We're back.
We're back.
2 nights in a row.
For you, it is.
It is. No, for the show. 2 nights in a row for the studio. It's
Yeah.
back. What's going on, man? How are you?
I love the studio, man. Where are we today?
We're just in a stadium.
Oh, we're in a stadium.
We're there. We're at Qatar.
Is that a Qatar stadium?
Yeah, one of those. What do they call them? The Life Stadium or something.
Aren't they just numbered over there?
Something like that.
That's crap.
So I think one was the Stadium of Life or something like that, or I'm not sure.
Stadium of Life.
Something like that, like because they're only new. They've only just been made.
I wonder who came up with that name.
It's like just hey,
Let's call it Life.
yeah. Can you think of a name? Life. It's good.
Don't call it Dead. Say Life.
So a few of the heads here in the chat. Everyone is just saying everything's wild.
Everything is wild.
Don't at me reckons 10 Big Macs will do the trick because Hunky Food Dude said they're hungry. Oh my god. And then he said sourdough's wild, and Chris said you're gonna love the sourdough, Dan.
Yeah, congratulations, Don't At Me, for the sourdough. I haven't tried the bread. I heard it's great. So
Dude, we got to get Giuseppe back
Giuseppe, if you're listening, man, I want to buy a loaf of you.
here. We'll make Giuseppe just bring one. He'll bring them.
He'll bring one?
And we'll just have toast.
All right.
He loves it. He said he's got to come back and meet the Don, he said. So
Oh yeah, you got to meet the Don.
he's coming to meet the Don. Is this Krillin's song, Don't At Me said? He's Krillin now, you know that.
What
don't you?
song's that?
I don't know, whatever was playing. In the,
Oh,
No, but someone, Don't At Me wrote, is this Krillin's song?
in the waiting.
Yeah, so
Yeah. It could be.
so you know you got to take credit for coining the nickname of Krillin. He's getting called it on the internet now.
Gee, we were kids.
Yeah, like 11, 12.
Yeah, that was it's good 20.
But when we told
20 plus
Giuseppe
years.
last night, he goes, "Why are you calling him Krillin?" And we told him, because when he had a shaved head, and then he loves Dragon Ball Z, and he goes, "Where are the 6 dots on your head?"
Yeah, I heard Giuseppe's a Dragon Ball Z fan.
Crack me up. Man. Giuseppe's wild, big man says.
I love how so many fans come out and love Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z. Everyone loves Dragon Ball Z.
I think
It's
it's
like,
underrated.
how did you? There's no way anyone went to school here, especially, and didn't watch.
Cheese TV?
Yeah, Cheese TV, like Dragon Ball Z, Techno Man, all those that were on.
Cheese TV was wild.
Yeah, like you had to watch them. Everyone watched
Big
them.
part of my childhood.
That was the best, man. Krillin is the best. Big man
Krillin is
says.
the best. He's floating around here somewhere.
He left. He said goodbye.
Oh, he left, did
I
he?
think he left.
Oh my god.
Look, Krillin's doing the slap face. Chris Phillippo in the chat.
Is he in there?
He's in the chat.
Chris, I love you, man.
He's doing the chat. Oh shit.
Imagine he got the 6 dots.
Oh my god! If he, when at Chris's birthday, we got to make him dress up as Krillin.
Yes. Just got to get the
Shave his head, and just
get the orange karate suit.
Oh my god! Should we make a wild T-shirt? Chris says.
100%.
Yeah, we have to. Wild has got to be done.
It should be 100% wild.
100% wild.
100% wild.
All right. Well, everyone said hello. So, hello to everyone. So, what brings us here tonight, man? What brings us here? The World Cup.
I mean, there's so much to talk about with the World Cup.
What do you want to talk about first? What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Hats off to Australia. I think we did great. We went all the way to the knockout stage, which is more than everyone expected. And we actually took Argentina to the last minute to really fight for their win.
First time we've been to the round of 16 since the best Australian team ever, really. So, and I mean, I was saying that to Chris the other night. You put that Australian team on paper to this one.
Yeah.
It's worlds apart. I was saying that to the boys last night. That's the 06 Australian team in this current World Cup.
We don't have a star.
Nah, the 06 team in this current World Cup would have a chance of being an upset.
Yeah.
Because we're miles from that.
Especially with Gus as well back then. It would have been a good chance.
Good coach,
Yeah.
like stars.
Yeah. But look, Australia did very well. And, how many goals scored? 3.
So we scored one against France. It's the first team that scored in every game in the group stage for Australia. So we scored 1 against France, 1 against Denmark, 1 against Tunisia.
Yeah, we scored every game.
Yep.
That's an achievement as well.
Yeah, definitely.
We had Denmark, Argentina, and France.
And people tipping Denmark to be a smoky for the cup.
Yeah, that's correct.
So,
we played very well.
listen, Australia, hats off to them. And in the end, there's no shame because all they got to say is we went out to Messi.
So we were saying Arnold's shit, right? So what do we say about him now?
Oh, listen, I still don't really rate him that much, but I mean, he's got to keep his job.
He has to now, doesn't he?
I think he deserves to. And that's I'm saying. Like, so I'm admitting.
Well, what's next for him? Is the Asian Cup at some stage?
Last Asian Cup he failed miserably.
He did, didn't he?
Really bad. And then years ago when he was Australia coach, he failed in the Asian Cup again. But he does well when he coaches in the A-League. So, I don't know. Hopefully he can... Chris reckons Argentina was playing with Australia. Lucky it wasn't 4-1.
Well, they had some good chances at the end, Argentina.
Well, listen, I agree. But in the end, it wasn't. It was still 2-1.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
and then we had that chance right at the end as well.
Exactly. So
it's a game of inches, Chris. And, we lost.
I didn't watch it, but apparently Argentina dominated. Listen, they're always going to dominate. When you got to... I know it was against Australia, but for me, that was the best individual performance of the World Cup, Messi. When you got a player like that just... He can dominate a whole team.
Yeah.
He was. I said it last night. He was like a cat playing with his food.
Yeah, he's on another level, isn't he?
If he was selfish like Ronaldo and wanted goals, he might not have passed to Lautaro Martinez those 2 times, and he probably would have tried to score.
Yeah, that's right.
But he's looking for his teammates, and on another day Martinez might score them, but on that day he didn't.
Yeah.
Don't at me says no Messi and we win ? What do you reckon? Well, he scored.
I mean, Argentina got a good team without him, but I think it'll be closer. Yeah,
it'll be a lot closer.
We would have a chance just because of the way we're playing so defensively on the counter. We sort of attack.
With any of those teams, I was saying it before about those 3 players in particular. France lose Mbappe.
Yeah,
it's different. Who replaces him? Brazil lose Neymar. It's different. And Argentina lose Messi, it's different.
Yeah.
The only one that we can't say that for at the moment, he used to say that, and it's true. Listen, used to say it, Portugal lose Ronaldo, but now, a different story now because a kid comes in and scores a hat-trick on a World Cup debut.
How's that? He'll be pissed off now, wouldn't he?
Oh, yeah. You know what I said it last night. What's upset me about it is the 2 times he's been petulant, he took the glory from Garnacho, and now he's taken the glory from Ramos. Ramos, isn't that his name? I think it's Ramos.
Yep.
Yeah, so now he's taken the glory from Ramos because they're not talking about his hat-trick. They're talking about Ronaldo walking off before the team. So twice he's taken the glory away from a youngster.
I mean, wouldn't you be happier for your country?
It's your country. Wouldn't you be there celebrating with them?
I mean, you got your goal for the World Cup. You've done the 1 goal in 5 consecutive World Cups.
Only player to... Like I said, yeah, exactly. Hats off to him. Only player to score in 5 World Cups.
Yeah, so he's got that title now.
That's a fair effort.
He's got to face facts that his demise. It's the Ronaldo demise.
I think so.
But what a shitty thing to do to walk off that little bit earlier while your team's celebrating with the national,
Well, that's what I said.
People that flew over from Portugal to see you guys
Exactly.
play.
Well, that's what I said. It taints all that stuff he said to us United fans. He said, I love the fans, rah, rah, rah. But it shows he doesn't now because he did the same to his country.
He loves Ronaldo.
Ronaldo, that's right.
Looks out for one guy.
Yeah.
Ronaldo.
It was great how far we got, but are we really that good, Chris says. We're not. I don't think anyone's saying we're really that good, but I think this next comment hits the nail on the head.
It's just an achievement.
I think we just have a unique Aussie spirit.
Yeah.
Don't at me saying, I think that's right.
What we achieved this World Cup was an achievement for us, to be fair.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
I mean, look at teams like Germany and Belgium and go crashing out fairly early.
List the teams that went
Denmark.
out early. Yeah, you said Germany, Belgium, Denmark. There was other big teams that went out early too.
Off the top of my head.
Well, who was with Croatia?
Serbia got knocked out.
Serbia gone. There were big teams that went out, man. Spain went out to Morocco.
Wow, what a result.
That was a big result, eh?
I never thought Morocco, they actually got a few good players.
They're not bad, yeah. Hakimi, the right-hand side, and Ziyech is a good right-hand side.
And there's someone else in there that's not too bad.
They've got a few players. Their right-hand side is good.
Yeah.
Hakimi, Ziyech. Imagine Morocco win the World Cup.
They got to play Portugal now.
Portugal.
Does Ronaldo even start this game? Or is he just lost his starting position?
I don't think he does. Listen, I agree with what Santos said. He said, I picked Ramos because I wanted to get in behind. So I don't know. Are Morocco a team that sits back where you can't get in behind? Then maybe you play Ronaldo.
Yeah, but what kind of coach now if you drop Ramos for Ronaldo after scoring a hat-trick? Like, how can you do it?
You got to have brass balls to do that.
Because if you fuck up and lose, people will be like, well, why didn't you play Ramos?
Oh, yeah. Oh, listen, you got to be...
Well, apparently Ronaldo's all cool being benched, apparently, that's come out today.
Yeah, apparently.
So, he's like, so all of a sudden he's cool. And,
listen, mate,
that's cool being on the bench.
I don't know
now.
many managers in history that had the cojones to do that. Maybe Mourinho.
Ten Hag started it.
No, I mean about to drop him now. It's Ramos.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Maybe Mourinho would do something like that. Maybe Ferguson, like those that just had the balls to do that.
When the 3 games he's played, he's been shit.
Listen, I said this to you. This has made Ten Hag look better.
Yeah.
Because he's the first that had the balls to do it. Or really, I said it really is not. Ranić was the first to drop him last year. And everyone went up in arms at Ranić. Why are you dropping Ronaldo? Because he was still scoring.
Yeah.
But obviously there was a reason. So then this year, Ten Hag drops him.
Mm-hmm.
He goes and fucking has a powwow with his friend, Piers. Just kicks the boot into everyone. Goes to Portugal. The one place where this is the way I see it, is the one place where he thinks he's untouchable.
Yeah.
And then he gets dropped.
Well, he can't whinge now after he said he's bulletproof.
No.
Yeah.
He can't, if he whinges now, it's like...
I thought you were bulletproof.
Yeah, exactly. That's what people say to him.
Yeah.
I wonder what Piers Morgan is saying.
Well, he apparently loves him and thinks he's the best player in the world, but a couple of years ago...
He tweeted that Messi was
the best player.
Yeah, but like what I mean is what... If they ask Piers Morgan now, say, well, you can't really say anything because the kid scored a hat-trick. And you can't say Ronaldo was going to do that because he's been shit.
Yeah, that's right. I think it's Ramos can't be dropped now. After a performance like that, you can't drop him.
Got to play him. See, he's at Benfica. Benfica must be loving it. They sold Darwin Núñez for 80 million and had this youngster just in the wings.
Oh, is that where
he's at Benfica?
Oh, there you go.
So
they always produce good players, Benfica.
Yeah, well, they're the top dogs of Portugal.
Yeah.
Ronaldo will never be the same, Chris C says. He got bad press. Of course, he's happy now. See, listen, I think...
That's what I wanted to ask you about the press. Do you think everyone's being a bit harsh to Ronaldo? Do you think...
Listen, I don't like the interview.
Do you think the media is portraying him to be...
I think so. There's parts of that. Yeah. Because he might be taking this... He might not care that he got
Because like all the pictures they show him of the bench, he can't be looking sad all the time.
Yeah.
They're just posting the ones of him looking sad. So... There is an agenda right now to make Ronaldo
definitely
look
because
like a big crybaby.
Well, they did that to Rooney. Once your powers start waning, they go for you.
Yeah,
the media go for you because
it's selling now. Everyone wants to see him.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So,
listen, I actually don't agree with that. I think in 10 years, whatever, he'll be remembered as one of the best players ever, and no one will even.
Yeah, look. His stats will carry him all the way. Anyway.
It's like I said, I was saying it last night. Look at some of the shit Maradona did. It did some outlandish shit.
Yeah.
And everyone still considers him a god of football. Ronaldo will be the same.
In 30 years' time, when people are like our age at that time talking about it, like, well, I think Ronaldo was the best player of all time.
Exactly.
We're talking about Maradona.
Exactly.
So they won't remember all this last 6 months of Ronaldo.
Don't at me says, have any other past Ronaldo tier, like Ronaldo-esque players, tarnished their legacy in a similar way?
You have done illegal stuff.
Some have done. Listen, look at what's his name, man, and he's still considered. Look at Gascoigne's personal life. Everyone knows that's his personal life, but they still consider him a fucking. Everyone loves him.
Well, players have done some fucked
George
up
Best,
shit.
George Best retired at 27. I mean, he died of liver poisoning because he was an alcoholic at 57.
Yeah, but still people
think he's the best ever.
Yeah.
Maradona, same thing, was taking cocaine on his But
Cantona didn't go too long.
Cantona retired at 31. Yeah, when he could have went. I mean, he should have went to the World Cup, but he had a fallout with He would have won the World Cup.
Fly kick someone.
And he fly kicked someone, exactly.
Yeah. So.
If he would have went to the World Cup that year, so France won the World Cup with.
Well, did Zidane finish his career with the headbutt? Did he go after that headbutt, or was that it?
Yeah, he could have been.
I think that could have been his last act.
And no one gives a fuck about that. Everyone laughs about it now. They're like, yeah, he had better Materazzi. But it's true.
It cost his team the World Cup.
It did, but he won them a World Cup too.
Yeah.
He scored 2 goals in a World Cup final.
So there have been players, but this is different with Ronaldo. He's sort of not accepting his demise, don't at me.
Yeah. Rob said Hakan Suka, so he was a player. A Turkish commentator mentioned Suka's quickest World Cup goal. The commentator was sacked immediately. That was I read that today. Yeah, so the commentator was sacked immediately halfway through the game, apparently because of Suka's now tarnished reputation. This happened this year.
So wait, he's got the quickest World Cup goal,
and a Turkish commentator mentioned it.
He's a Turkish player. Suka, yeah.
And the commentator got sacked mid-show because of Suka's now tarnished.
What's he done? Rob, I want to know what Suka's done.
What did Suka do?
He must have done something pretty bad.
I remember him. I don't even know what he did. What did he do? But I remember him as a player. That's what I'm saying.
Some players have done illegal shit.
Adriano is a criminal now. Isn't he in jail? The Brazilian?
Maybe. Some have done rape. Some have done all sorts of stuff.
Adriano went like robbing banks, didn't he? Like he's a full-blown criminal in Brazil.
So it's true. Adriano...
Yeah, he's a criminal.
Inter Milan striker.
Yeah, and he was a champion.
He was a champion.
He was good, man.
Wow, there you go.
Full-blown criminal.
Wow.
Ronaldinho,
he looked like a fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he looked...
Ronaldinho's not squeaky clean.
Really?
And no one cares about him. I mean, he's been bankrupt and shit. He's like...
Jeez.
But does anyone care? Like, it's...
He looks like such a nice guy.
He does. Ronaldinho does. But remember, it's like we've said, I always say it. That's why you don't want to meet your heroes.
No.
They just... No, remember them.
Well, Ronaldo was one of my heroes.
Exactly. Remember them for what they did on the pitch.
Yeah.
Because the thing about them off the pitch is all they've done in their life is played soccer. They've never lived. You know, they're not... Like, what I can't get over is, and I said this to you, how does Ronaldo have so much money and he doesn't have an advisor telling him maybe these things aren't the best things to do? Because if I was his advisor, I'd be like, listen, don't do that Piers Morgan interview. Just relax, chill out.
So egotistic that if he has an idea in his head, those guys are just like, yeah, man, that's killer. Let's do it. Yep, fuck it. Go on, Piers Morgan, man. Say it.
Just yes men around him, by the sounds of it.
But Piers Morgan never really challenged him.
No, never. That's what Simon Jordan said. He goes, you interviewed him. He goes, but you didn't.
It was pretty much.
Yeah, he goes, you didn't say to him. Yeah, well, you say, oh, okay. You know, it was wrong to walk off against Tottenham. Not even to that degree. It
wasn't really like a interview. It was
just like, I'll polish your head.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But he doesn't care.
No, he doesn't care. But listen, I think I said this before the World Cup, and mind you, that I tipped them as one of my favourites. Portugal, Brazil, I said said they're my 2 favourites.
Yeah.
But I also said if he has a bad World Cup, I don't know where his career goes.
Oh, Uruguay was another team that crashed out.
Yeah, Uruguay crashed out. That's it. And you said that too. If he has a bad World Cup,
yeah, he put too much pressure on him after all that crap he's done.
What I don't get is he did that interview, and you would think you do that interview because he had a club lined up. But it doesn't seem like he had a club lined up. It just seems like he did it.
Well, there's big talks about the Saudi thing, but apparently he squashed that. He says, I've signed nothing. So
it just seems like he did that interview, wanted to get sacked, in his head thinking he's going to have a storm of World Cup and someone's going to sign him.
Well, he's not putting himself in the shop window very well with his performances and his off-field antics. So I don't know what club will take Ronaldo at this stage.
Oh, there you go. So, yeah, I agree. Rob said if Suka returns to Turkey, he faces the death penalty for going from an MP to leader of the Gulen movement, apparently a terrorist.
Wow.
A terrorist organization.
Never heard of this story.
Far out.
He turned into politician.
He's not being mean to Cyprus, is he?
A lot of famous soccer players turn politicians, don't they?
And then he's become...
Ronaldo might be a president of Portugal one day.
So he was an MP, and now he's a leader of a terrorist organization. What the fuck? That's ridiculous.
Why didn't Pele become politician? He could have.
He probably could have went.
He lived in America.
Yeah, he did.
What's happening with Pele anyway?
Apparently, he's ill. They're saying.
I heard palliative care.
Well, he put out a tweet or something saying, I'm watching from the hospital bed.
Isn't palliative care last days?
I think so.
Like easy.
But he said he put a tweet out saying, I'm watching from the hospital bed. Can you imagine something like Brazil win the World Cup and like Pele dies on that day or something? It'll be like it was meant to happen or something.
Well, I'm not sure if palliative care is that's it done. But
Well, I heard palliative care is not good.
I think it's
my
like
bapu was in palliative care and it was not good.
Yeah, it's more like ease your suffering towards the end sort of shit. So
Rob said Suka now drives Uber in the USA because apparently he's leader of a terrorist, so he's not allowed back in Turkey.
So he's working under an alias and
That's
shit.
ridiculous, bro.
Rob, I'm gonna go look up this Suka stuff
Hakan
after,
Suka,
man. That's a huge
I
story.
remember the goal.
This could turn into a movie.
It's crazy.
Wow. Soccer star to radicalist.
That's ridiculous, man. Yeah, so listen, all the best to him, to Pele. I mean, what is he, 80? I think he's 82, I think.
Oh, he's in his 80s, huh?
I think so.
Yeah.
I reckon just in his 80s.
Would that be a true loss to football?
That would be the biggest. Well, I mean, Maradona died last year or this year. So
yeah, true. But he was young. He was
young.
Was he 50s? 60s?
He would have been, I reckon, just 60s.
Just 60s?
If he was 60s, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know him? So he's 82, Pele, I was right. So here, Maradona saying this to Rob, and Rob said it was trippy.
Mm.
Maradona and George Best died on the same day, 10 years apart.
Really?
And they were like, I say it's so weird because they're the two like rock star footballers.
Yeah.
For them to die on the same, is that coincidence or is it just like, it's freaky when you think about it?
Jeez.
When I heard that, I was like, that's crazy.
David Beckham will be worried in another 10 years.
Yeah, that he's like one of them. But I guess he's not as, wasn't unhealthy like them.
No, he's in pretty good nick.
He drives Uber in the USA.
Wow.
That's crazy. All right, so.
Suka, is it?
Hakan Suka, yeah.
I've heard the name before.
Sukur. I remember the goal. Well, we touched on it. So we've touched on Ronaldo. So what's the biggest shock for you? For me,
when they woke up,
it was Germany.
Yeah, gee, they were bad, weren't they?
Bad.
Oh, they got that player,
Musiala.
He looks like a gun.
Well, he could play for England. He was English, I think.
Really?
Born in England, but parents and then moved there. But he's got more goals at this age than Messi.
Wow.
They reckon he's a freak. Listen, I've only seen him. I don't.
Such control and speed with his dribbling.
Oh, just like, I don't profess to say I watch Bundesliga every week, but I've watched him and he's a freak.
Dude, he had the ball on the string.
Yeah, he's a freak.
But Germany just...
They were terrible.
Why were they playing Muller up there?
You know what I think? Germany and... Who else was I saying? Germany, Denmark, I said it about them, and it cost them. They didn't have a forward.
Mm.
Same with Spain. Any team that hasn't had an out-and-out forward, where are they?
Yeah.
Uruguay had forwards that couldn't run.
Yeah.
And their forward that can run, they're putting him on the left wing. Put him up. Fuck Suarez.
And Nunes wasn't up middle?
He's playing left wing. Because they're trying to accommodate their stars.
I don't know why you take Suarez. He's been shit for the last 2 years.
He's playing in Argentina now. He's playing and he's not.
You should just bring him maybe for moral support.
Exactly. And just not started him. Because even Cavani's got more legs than him.
Yeah, Suarez done.
He's done, man, done.
So that's the last time we're seeing Suarez at a World Cup?
Oh,
is this the last time we're going to see...
Huge stars.
No
more Ronaldo. I don't think Messi.
So Ronaldo will be almost 40. He'll be 41.
41, 42. Messi will be 38, 39, I'd say.
So they haven't both said this is the last World Cup.
I think it'd be Ronaldo's. Listen, I don't know about Messi. 39's pushing it though.
Well, there's rumors that he's going to Miami.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know. There'll be there's big names that won't play World Cups again.
Cavani.
Even Muller, Cavani, Suarez, let's say Messi, Ronaldo.
Is Benzema going to get another shot?
No way. 30, he won't play at 38.
Giroud's gone.
Giroud's 36, he won't play.
Harry Kane's, he'll play again, won't he?
Maybe 35. No, I think he's 30, isn't he?
Is Harry Kane 30?
I think so. Well, he could be 29. You might be right. So listen, he'll be 33 even if he's 29.
Yeah.
But by then, someone might have...
It's going to be a different World Cup, the next one, for sure.
Someone may have usurped him by then.
Yeah, where's he? he hasn't had the best of goal tally wise.
I'm 29, 28th of July.
So he could go 33, 34.
Yep. Yeah. But by then, there might be a young
Lewandowski's last one.
100%.
Yeah.
There might be an up and coming striker that takes his spot by then. If what's his name was still playing for United, I'd say it would have been Kane's last World Cup, Greenwood.
Maybe.
Because he would have taken his spot, I reckon.
Yeah.
But now I'm trying to think, who have they got coming through as forwards? Young.
Well, that's another thing, if he's innocent, is he still tarnished?
I think he's tarnished, yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. But I don't know how do you come back to top level not playing for that long? Listen, maybe
unless he's been
Messi could do that, I don't know, but
yeah, I think he's done for sure.
Listen, if he ends up Alves, Pepe, Modric, Rob is saying.
Oh yeah, Modric. That's a big one.
Huge one.
It's going to be a different looking World Cup next.
A lot of the England team, though.
Well, they got a young team.
You know what? Next World Cup, I don't know if Southgate will still be manager or whatever, but the next World Cup, England will be. I mean.
Were any Italy players missed out that we're not going to see? No, they're fairly young at the moment, Italy.
Bonucci, maybe. Bonucci plays. Yeah. Chiellini's already retired.
Buffon already said goodbye last time. Goodbye.
Maybe Bonucci. No, but they're young, I think.
Yeah. In the chat.
I'm sticking with my original tip of Portugal, Rob is saying. Listen, it's just their squad. I was saying that to John. And I said that at the start. Their squad is epic.
They look like the squad with the biggest depth of stars.
Look at their midfield. If you could have that midfield at a club, there's just all of them. Bernardo Silva, Bruno Fernandes, Renato Sanches, Ruben Neves.
Is Renato Sanchez even playing?
No, he's on the bench. But I'm saying all those players, imagine you could pick.
He's been rocking Carvalho more, eh?
Carvalho as well.
Yeah.
So those 5, I mean, imagine you had that midfield at your club.
And they got that up and coming keeper at the back, that United one.
Yeah. Is
it Costa?
Yeah, or? I think so. Yeah, he's meant to be not bad.
Apparently 70 million and he's available.
Whoa.
That's how much for keepers these days.
That's crazy, isn't it?
70 mil.
And I mean, they got a team, bro. Like Felix, we said. Obviously, Ronaldo, Ramos, Fernandes. Leao's on the bench.
I know. Until he's finished.
He's a champion.
I can't believe he's not been started one game.
Jota as well. Is he there even? I mean, he's Portuguese.
No, I think he's
injured. So, yeah. But, Sterling has left the World Cup. I know that because his house got burgled or something. Armed robbery at his house. That's why he didn't play the other night.
Why is he going back though?
Probably his shit. I don't know if maybe his wife got held up. I'm not sure.
His family were in the house.
Armed robbery, yeah. I don't know. Well, they said armed robbery. That means armed robbery means it's. So if his family.
Well, maybe he can go suss it all out and then maybe go back. It's just a plan.
They got cover. But I actually think the two that.
If they make it to the final, is he going to miss out?
You know what?
Would he still get a medal if they win?
Well, I don't know. Rob would know about that. But I would actually start the other two ahead of him. Every time they've played, and I think they've been better. Rashford and Foden.
Yeah, I mean, Rashford's had a good World Cup.
And so's Foden. Foden is actually what Rob always gets upset at him about for City. He's actually doing it for England. He's got an assist every game, or 2 assists every game. Like, he's actually passing.
Man City could win every game 5-0.
And Rob will be upset.
Rob will be upset. So something will piss him off.
Portugal have a young team ready to fire for 26 as well, Rob is saying, like I said about England. They probably do. Their team's not. They'll lose Pepe, Ronaldo. But other than that.
Pepe's goal, man, how high he jumped for his age.
He's 39, bro.
I'm like, bloody hell.
70 million for a keeper. Geez, JG. That could have been you, he reckons. Wait, nah, he reckons. Never know.
70 million cents. What's that?
70 million cents.
$700?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It might be more than that.
It was a good goal, Pepe.
Yeah.
But yeah, biggest shock for me. Listen, the biggest, obviously Saudi Arabia beating Argentina was big, but the biggest shock is Germany group stage. I didn't think they were going to have a great World Cup, but group stage.
Well, they lost to Japan, was it?
Japan topped the group.
Yeah, Japan were full of beans.
They topped the group. They just had, they were. They just.
Yeah. So what are we in the quarters now?
Round of 16s happened. So let's bring up those So what? It's Brazil.
So we got some good teams.
Croatia now, isn't it?
Is it Brazil, Croatia to kick us off?
Let's have a look.
Brazil win easy, don't they?
Oh, listen.
I don't think Croatia's been that good. I can't believe Croatia's still there. Who'd they beat to get to the quarters?
They won on penalties, didn't they?
Of course they did.
Yeah, penalties. Yeah, the keeper. So
Croatians
Morocco won on penalties. Portugal obviously smacked Switzerland.
Yeah, I watched that game.
Croatia beat Japan on penalties. Brazil smacked South Korea.
Yeah, I watched
Korea
the
Republic,
game.
whatever. See, the thing about Brazil is they smacked them, and then for 70 minutes they could
Did you see them celebrations of Brazilians?
Yeah, but I don't know why everyone's upset about it. Is the Brazil do that every year? That's what they do.
I liked it.
Yeah, no, but that's what they do.
But is it disrespectful to Korea?
I don't think so.
At 4-0, doing the samba dance.
I remember in '94 when Bebeto they were smacking teams and he was doing the dance. Like, but that's what Brazil do. They're the only country that does it.
What about when they dance with the manager? Is that too much?
I don't think so. It's just that's Brazil.
I know, but a lot of people saying it's disrespectful.
Like, what's his name was saying it on the Stretford paddock. He was saying, he goes, put it into context. He goes, they were dancing, right?
Mm.
He goes, how many times have you been out dancing? And the guy goes, yeah, a lot. He goes, well, how many times have you run on the dance floor and slid on your knees? And he's like, never. He goes, oh, so when someone slides on their knees, that's not disrespectful, but if you dance, it's disrespectful.
It's an analogy, I guess.
But that's the way he put it. I'm like, yeah, well, why is it disrespectful? That's how they celebrate.
Oh,
Ronaldinho used to do after every goal, didn't he?
You've played a lot more soccer than I have, so you wouldn't find that disrespectful if you were in a losing team?
None of us to Brazil. It's just them. It's them.
I guess.
I played with a lot of African guys, and they do backflips and shit. That's just what they do.
Yeah.
And I've been on the receiving end of it, and it's been on my team, and it's just, you deal with it. Because you don't care about, you care that you conceded anyway. Who cares about the fucking...
Yeah, I guess I don't know. Like, I like watching them dance and celebrate. I
know.
Do.
That's what I agree.
But is it disrespectful to the other team? Like,
I don't think so. It's the World Cup, bro.
I mean, South Korea look like a bunch of nice guys.
You know, but apparently they were disrespectful. Didn't one of them say something disrespectful to Ronaldo or something?
He told him to hurry up and get off the field.
Oh, is that what it was?
Because Ronaldo was strolling.
There you go.
And Ronaldo being Ronaldo told him to shut the fuck up.
So it wasn't disrespectful at all.
No, just Ronaldo's upset he's leaving.
Will Ronaldo turn it around in the final 8?
I don't think he starts. Who mentioned that? Was it Chris?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he starts. I think he's a bench player from now to the rest of the tournament.
Let's say they go in the next game, they win. Ramos doesn't play well. Maybe he comes back in for the semi.
Maybe.
Rob says, not disrespectful. Easy to stop a team doing it. Just beat them and then you can dance.
True.
Well, listen, Brazil have been doing that forever. That's just what they do. And everyone's there. I don't think any other nation does it. Like Argentina, South American, they don't do it.
No.
The Paraguayans, none of Brazil. It's just them. It's the samba. They do it. It's how they celebrate.
Yep.
You know, like.
I think people would go to ease off on that. Let them do that.
One of my favorite players of all time had a go at him.
Who?
Roy Keane. But
Roy Keane.
That's his job. He does that on purpose.
He loves to have a go at people.
That's just him. He's so, you know what he's like. He's, and he's one of my favorite players ever.
Yeah.
I love that guy. He's my favorite captain I've ever seen.
Yeah. So Brazil, who they're playing? Croatia. Brazil win?
I'm tipping Brazil. You?
Yeah, Brazil. I think Brazil might win comfortably. Croatia will park the bus, I reckon.
Listen.
Who they got?
If anyone
Modric.
beats...
I can't pick of anyone.
Let's say Croatia beats Brazil. It's like, this is the same thing I'll say about England. If England beat France, then I'll say England are in with a chance.
So you reckon there's another... upset coming in the quarterfinals?
So what have we got? England, France. See, I personally think France are going to win, but that could go either way.
So France favourites in this match?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Even the way England's been playing?
I think that's.
Does he stay with a back 4 or does he go back to the old 5 at the back to stuff him up completely?
This is the question I ask you.
Southgate will go back to 5, sure.
Well, if you're looking at England's team,
he'll be scared.
I reckon. Say you're coaching your England manager right now, right?
I wouldn't change the formation.
But you're looking at France.
Mm.
Who in your team do you think, 1-on-1, can handle Mbappe?
So Mbappe plays off the left.
Yeah.
Definitely wouldn't have
No
Alexander.
No way. But can Kyle Walker deal with him? See, Rio Ferdinand said he goes,
Kyle Walker's pretty fast.
That's what Rio Ferdinand said. He goes, Kyle Walker. He goes, I'm not saying he can. He goes, but he's the best equipped to deal with him. He goes, if you go to a back five, he goes, you could put Kyle Walker third centre back and put Trippier there and have them both.
So Rio's leading towards.
No, he's saying if you do, he goes, that way you could get them both, but then you double team him and you leave Dembele.
I really think for England to win, they got to go out and just play the game.
I think they do too, because their best part of their team's their attacking half.
Yeah, 100%. And just have faith that Walker and the right centre back.
Yeah, exactly. Rob reckons both France and England defences are crap. Expect lots of goals. I think there's going to be goals too.
Yeah, I really look forward to watching that match. 5:30 Sunday morning. So.
Calm down, Rob. Varane and Maguire in those two defences, and Man United the best.
Maguire, has he started every game?
I think so.
He has.
He hasn't been good in every game though.
So if he wins the World Cup, what do we do?
I still don't think Ten Hag pick him because Varane's back. Varane's been playing for France, and Varane's actually been playing good. It's been Koundé that's been sloppy for France.
Could we sell him and make some money?
I think so.
So hey, he's a World Cup winner.
But who you got to cover him?
Sell him to Man City.
If you're
Rob will love.
If you're United, who have you got to cover him? Because we've got Lindelof, Martinez, and Varane and Maguire. That's our 4 centre backs.
Yeah.
Apparently, Tonzabi played today, and Mengi.
Do they play for our clubs right now, or are they loaned out?
Well, they played today. We lost. Cadiz.
Yeah, I did
but
watch
apparently it was all the kids.
Yeah, I downloaded the Man United app. It's on there.
That's what I did.
Yeah. So
Luke Shaw would kill Mbappe, Rob says. Walker will give away a penalty. He'll get skinned. But Walker has locked down Mbappe for City against PSG in the Champions League before, he's saying. So he's saying, that's what I'm saying, he can do it. So I actually agree. I think Luke Shaw is capable of doing it, but he won't play on that side. And you can't put Luke Shaw on the right.
Fair, all fullbacks that England have aren't as quick as Mbappe.
No, but I think I do agree. Shaw's strong. He's Shaw, to be fair to him for United, when he's on, not many people get the better of him. I remember times against City when Mahrez was ripping it, and even when Solskjaer was manager, he put Shaw over there and just killed him.
Yeah,
like he's pretty solid when he's on, and he's having a good World Cup too. He's back to playing good, and I think that's credit to Ten Hag too. All
right, so England or France?
I'm going France.
Right.
I don't really care who wins, to be honest.
I'll go England. Just something different. It's going to be close. I think both teams, like you said, are good. They're attack killer.
But France's defense on paper, I mean, you got Varane, Koundé.
Yeah, it's better.
They lost Hernandez left back, but
they're missing the midfield from, obviously they're playing with Rabiot and Tchouaméni.
Yeah, but he's having a ripper World Cup.
Which one, Rabiot?
I don't know why.
Well, that's a bonus for them, really, because...
Well, they got Tchouaméni and they got the two from Real Madrid, Tchouaméni and Camavinga.
Oh, Camavinga.
They got both of them. So they got options there.
Yeah.
Griezmann's playing number 10, and he's doing well too, to be fair.
Both teams are playing really well.
Yeah.
You reckon Pogba's upset that France are playing really well?
Probably.
Like doing a Ronaldo?
100%.
100%.
Pogba.
We just hate ex-Man United players.
The Man United just ruined careers.
We ruined careers. Poor Donny.
Oh, man.
Apparently
he was terrible today.
He was. Because I went to work and it started when I started work today.
Yeah, I just watched the highlights of it. Apparently he was bad.
We let in easy goals, but it was...
Yeah, no, but when you're the senior pro in that team, you're playing... He should be stepping up in a game like that. Regardless.
Martial did the Panenka.
Apparently he wasn't good either.
No.
But apparently no one was really good.
No, Garnacho looked lively.
Yeah, that's what they said.
The youth team looked lively.
Apparently they played better.
Yeah, they did.
They just ran out of legs.
Yeah. But it was men against boys.
Yeah, well, they're a cultured team, man. I mean, their last game, they only lost 2-1 to Madrid in the last minute.
Yeah.
So
what's the chat going? France or England?
What are we tipping, guys?
France or England, guys?
Rob gave his 2 cents about who could mark him. But see, so what Rob is saying, so Ferdinand's obviously onto something. He's saying that obviously Rob's a City fan. He's saying Walker has locked down Mbappe before for City.
Yeah,
so he can do it again.
I'd go with the back four. Don't change your winning formula for sure, England.
But you know what? I was watching a thing with Evra. Don't at me saying France. He was saying
2 France, 1 England so far.
Evra was saying he would rather mark Mbappe than Dembele. He goes, because Dembele is the only player he says at the World Cup that he doesn't know what footy is. He goes, he can go either way. He goes, whereas Mbappe, listen, he's got that pace, but you know where he's going to go.
Yeah.
Whereas he goes, Dembele can just, and he goes, I'd rather mark Mbappe.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's one of the best fullbacks we've seen ever. To say that. So Luke Shaw might be on Dembele.
Yep.
Okay, that's.
I agree, Rob. I reckon there's going to be goals.
There's going to be goals. So there's a question I'll give you, and I'll ask them in the chat. Everyone can say it.
I think Chris has gone England, so it's 2 England, 2 France.
England. I'll give you. Rob said I gave all my predicted quarterfinal scores earlier in the chat. I didn't see them.
Oh,
let's have a look. Oh, there you go. Rob said Netherlands 1-0 against Argentina.
Is that the
Netherlands? See, I reckon Netherlands might win too.
I don't think Argentina played that well against.
I think Netherlands are the underdog, Like they're the quieter. No one's talking about them, and they're playing well.
Well, they've actually got a killer spine.
They do.
Really good spine. So
I mean, and they're missing. Wijnaldum's not even there. Like at the Euros, he was their best player.
Who's partnering De Jong?
Well, who they got? So they're playing Mbappe. They're playing 2 up front now. They're playing Gakpo, Depay, De Jong. De Ligt doesn't even make the team. They're playing Van Dijk and Timber.
Really? Timber's there?
De Ligt's not even playing. Timber's playing.
Gee.
He's playing 3 at the back, I think. Van Gaal. So and then Rob said Brazil 3-2. You reckon Croatia will score 2 against? I don't even reckon they will score 2. But France 4-3. He's saying against England, and Portugal 1-0 Morocco. Man, if you could put a multi and they all come up.
Can't believe Morocco in the quarters.
Yeah, it's crazy. Rob is agreeing with Evra. For me, Dembele is more dangerous
than Mbappe.
Yeah. But he's saying, just tell Luke, if you're the coach, just tell Luke Shaw he can't be dangerous with one leg, so just go through him.
Dembele's been playing well, hasn't he?
Listen, coaches say that, man. Whether anyone wants to admit it or not, they will say that to Shaw. Listen, crunch him.
Yep.
See if he gets up.
That's definitely the game of the quarters.
Brazil, Croatia will be good too. And Netherlands, Argentina's big too.
Yeah.
It's good now. The only sort of one you don't predict there is Morocco. But it's some big names there.
That'd be huge if Morocco win.
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure. I don't know. Like, when was the last World Cup where Netherlands, Brazil, Argentina are all still in it at this stage? It's pretty big.
Yeah.
France as well.
The semis are looking good.
Oh, it's going to be killer semis.
So it could be an Argentinian-Brazilian final.
So. And it can still be Messi-Ronaldo final.
Wow.
Let's have a look what it will be. So we go Netherlands or Argentina. It can't be. Argentina they will play Croatia or Brazil, so it can't be Brazil-Argentina final.
So the semi could be Argentina-Brazil. That'd be huge.
Even Netherlands-Brazil will be a game.
And the other one could be Portugal,
England, France, or Morocco, Portugal. Tell you what, the England-France game, they just got to make sure, and they're just hoping that Morocco get an upset or something.
There's going to be some tears after these quarters.
That's going to be massive semis, isn't it?
So it all kicks off Saturday morning?
Yeah.
Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm looking forward to it, actually.
It's good. It's getting interesting now.
Yeah, definitely.
It's good now, isn't it?
And the first game?
Croatia, Brazil, Saturday morning.
1:30?
1:30. And then Netherlands. What a night. The Netherlands, Argentina.
Sleepless weekend, guys. That's for
Big
sure.
Time sleepless weekend.
Rob, for sure, staying up.
For 100%.
100%.
So, all right. So we've given our tips for them too. Netherlands, Argentina.
This one's hard. It's really hard.
You know what it is? I want to tip Netherlands, but
I can see this one going to pens.
Yeah, I want to tip Netherlands, but I don't think you can count out team with Messi.
No, you can't.
He's that guy that can just grab the game by the scruff of his neck.
So what's Rob picked Netherlands?
Yeah, 1-0.
You know, I haven't seen much of the Netherlands at all.
No, I've only watched one game outright. I've watched replay, but they've been good, and no one's talking about them.
I'm going to lean similar to Rob. I think the Netherlands, but I think they're going to win either 1-0 like that or penalties. Yeah, because Van Gaal's a genius at penalty shootouts.
He's good. He's probably the best manager left when you think about it. Who are the managers? I mean, listen, Tite is a Brazilian manager, so I can't take anything away from him. That's what they do. They always get a Brazilian. Van Gaal, I mean, is Champions League winner like twice. He wins everywhere he's been. Argentina, don't know him. Croatia, Portugal. He's like Santos.
Who's the Moroccan guy?
I don't know him personally. So I mean, he's the best manager left.
Yeah.
Not saying he has the best team, but he's definitely the best manager left. Argentina beat Netherlands on penalties in 2014 when Van Gaal coached.
Wow, there you go.
But I think he won. Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't he win the round before that? Netherlands won on penalties, I think, and then they lost the next round on penalties.
What was that game? He changed the keeper.
That was the game before the Argentina game. I think he put Krul in. And then the following round, I think they lost.
Made him look like a genius. Yeah, Krul saved the penalty.
Yep.
Nah, I'm picking the Netherlands, guys. I think they're gonna. I reckon they'll knock off Argentina. Bye, Messi.
You know what? I'm going to go Argentina.
It's a coin flip, isn't it?
You know what? I don't know, man. It's sort of like it's written in the stars for him to just somehow.
It didn't look like Argentina got out of second gear, really.
No, see, that's the thing. But then again, that's the same thing with Brazil. Brazil pumped Croatia for 30 minutes
and then relaxed,
and then they just did nothing.
Yeah,
and they knew they could. It was done. I think Brazil has the highest ceiling out of all the teams. I don't know why.
They just look slick and silk. You know what I mean?
And they're having fun.
That team goal with Richarlison finished off just looked nice.
Yeah, that was a nice goal. Yeah, and what a World Cup he's having.
Great World Cup.
I said it to you before, so he can't get in the team ahead of Kane at Tottenham, but meanwhile Kane scored 1 World Cup goal, and what's Richarlison got? 4?
I think he does.
So he could still win the Golden Boot.
At least 3.
He scored that ripper, that one when he took a bad touch.
He got a brace, didn't he?
Scissor kick, and then he could have 4, 3 or 4. He's definitely got 3.
I mean, that's huge.
Yeah, it's massive.
It's massive.
Gakpo's got 3.
Yeah, Messi's got 3.
Messi's got 3. Mbappe's got 5.
Yeah, Rashford's got 3.
Rashford's got 3.
So these are the guys that's still in the tournament as well, by the way.
Yep.
Giroud, he's got 3.
3 or 4, yeah.
He had a brace, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
And he scored last game.
Yep. So I'll ask this question. I'll put it to Rob as well. I'll put it to everyone. I asked you this on the phone. I said it to you, really. I never thought I'd ever say this in my whole life. But if you had to pick a team now, and they said you get to pick Giroud or Ronaldo, you're taking Giroud, aren't you?
Yeah, I think you are.
I never thought I'd ever say that.
Giroud looks like he's still a player. I mean, Ronaldo looks such a shadow, and it's amazing how quick it's happened.
World Cup winners start slow and build momentum. Well, that's what I'm saying about Argentina. I think.
But Netherlands haven't really smashed anyone, have they?
No.
But that's a good point. They have started, they lost their first game, Argentina.
And Spain, when Spain won it, they lost their first game too.
And Argentina have been building ever since. Is this their biggest test? So they've played Socceroos, they've played Saudi Arabia.
No, this would be they're Poland. This would be their biggest test.
This would be the biggest test. The
Netherlands better than Poland.
Yeah. Well,
Chris C says he'll take Ronaldo over Giroud. Yeah, that's because you're a Tottenham fan. You're just destined to not do anything.
Well, what can I say about Ronaldo? He's running out of chances to prove that he's got the quality.
All those fans are like, oh, I hope he has a good World Cup, and I actually don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. I'm actually laughing that he's having a bad one.
I actually don't care. Like, it's not. And I said this, his eternal rival, whether anyone thinks he's having the best World Cup or not, is performing. Messi's performing.
100%. He's playing really well.
He's playing well. I know he missed a penalty, but he's still playing well. And I mean, some youngsters, like you said, Like Gakpo's playing well. I mean, Rashford's had a good World Cup. Rashford was playing ahead of him at United. And look at the way he hasn't even started. I think he started one game at the World Cup and he's had a better World Cup than Ronaldo.
I think Ronaldo's done us a favour by doing an interview and leaving. I think so. For sure. We maybe get a striker now in January.
Yeah. But he is a legend of your club, Chris says.
We got plenty of legends of the club.
Yeah. We got plenty of legends, man.
Look, he'll retain legend status over the years, but he left us in a bad manner.
He will.
And he's tainting his career, and it's sort of sad to see.
Who's the bigger legend of United, Ronaldo or Rooney?
Rooney.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think he is. I actually don't think... See, that's what I was going to say. Rob brought it up. I was going to bring it up. Rob just wrote, Bellingham is a star.
Well, already.
That kid, my dad said to me...
He's going to Madrid or something,
yeah, my dad said to me, I don't know, Rob can probably comment on it a bit better than us. My dad goes, he hasn't seen a midfielder do all aspects of the game like that since Brian Robson. And I mean, Brian Robson is considered one of the best English players ever. I mean, he got voted best Man United captain ever. Like, he's...
just amazing how...
And he's 19.
Dominant he is in the midfield at his age.
That's what I'm saying. Say that. Let's just say they don't win it, right? Even if they could win it, still. But let's say they don't. And they go get, I don't know, a Van Gaal or something, England in the next World Cup. With Bellingham at 23, 24, you know, Rashford at 27 in his prime, Foden.
Bellingham looks like Pogba in his prime.
Yeah, he does.
But at 19.
Yeah, I know, he's crazy, man.
So the sky's the limit with Jude Bellingham if he keeps on this road of improving from now.
Oh, yeah. Chris said the guy that plays like KP for England is wild. You know who he thinks I play like? He reckons I dribble like him is Grealish.
Oh, no.
Listen, I said...
Not Grealish.
I said it doesn't bother me because after I saw what Grealish...
He's a good player.
After I saw what he does for... His sister's got Down syndrome.
Really?
Yeah, and you know the celebration he did when he scored? He did that thing?
Yeah.
He went... I watched it on Optus. He promised... He went and saw this. He made this kid's life, man. This kid wrote to him with Down syndrome.
Yeah.
And he surprised him. He went and saw him without telling him. Like, made the kid's life. And the kid said to him, he goes, when you score your next goal, he goes, can you do this for me?
That's
and
wild.
He didn't. He goes, and he said he was paying himself out. He goes, I've only scored one goal this year, man. He goes, it might be a while. And then the next goal he scored, it wasn't for City, it was for England.
Yeah.
And he did the celebration. He tweeted it. He goes, Max, or whatever his name is. He goes, that was for you, mate. So he's a champion.
Legend.
Like, what champion guy to do that.
That's what you want to see in football.
That's the best, man. And he went to the kid, like, without telling him. He organised it with the parents.
Yep.
And just rocked up. Like, made his life, man. Made the kid's life. Like,
yeah, I want to see more of that and less Ronaldo crying.
Agree. Actually, both Bellingham and Gakpo have outstanding all-round games. Even, like, defending-wise, he's saying they're all-round game. Rob is saying Gakpo and Bellingham. There you go. Bellingham should be England's next captain. I agree, Rob. I think he should be... Like, Kane has still got 3-4 years in him, let's say. And then I think it's Bellingham.
I mean, if Kane's there at the next World Cup, you probably leave it with Kane.
Yeah, if he's still there and starting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I agree he should be next.
But I'm trying to think of... Who's the vice? Is Henderson the vice?
Probably he won't play next one.
No.
Maguire, no way.
Surely not.
Walker, I mean... It's Bellingham, bro. He's in the middle of the pitch too.
Yeah, you could be right. I'll, probably make him vice captain after Kane next World Cup.
Yeah. Oh, listen, you got to... Oh, cerebral palsy, don't at me saying, sorry, not Down syndrome. Yeah, cerebral palsy. Yeah, that's what his sister's got and the kid's got it too.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, listen, for my dad to say that about him, like comparing him to Robson at that age, that's... Like, you're getting compared to Brian Robson.
I mean, he's playing great for club and country.
Dude, he's lit up Champions League games against City. He was best on ground. He scored a cracker. He scored a couple goals this tournament.
And midfield centre's a hard role.
Especially as a kid. Rooney was talking about him yesterday. Rooney goes, I played against him when I was at Derby. He goes, and I was playing centre mid then. It was later in my career. He goes, but I knew he was going to be a star.
Yeah.
He goes, he was 16. He goes, he was tackling me, and he goes, I was, like, he's right. He goes, I was an England legend.
Yeah.
And he goes, he was tackling me, leaving studs in on me, didn't give a shit. Rooney was probably his hero. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He goes, you could tell at 16. Like, he was... I mean, when you've played 50 championship games at 16, that's ridiculous. Because they're men. It's physical.
I can't believe United had the chance to get him over the line at 16 and we just sort of stuffed it up.
He went to Old Trafford, bro. Solskjaer took him on tour. But then would he be as good now if Solskjaer had him as manager?
Maybe not.
I mean, the talent's there.
Dortmund's known for, really doing well with youth.
Then again, until he did his stupid shit, Solskjaer did well with Greenwood.
Well, Sancho looked good at Dortmund. Yeah, now look at him. Somebody's gone.
Well, look at him. Bellingham looks killer there. Haaland was killer there. Has gone to City. Looks amazing. Sancho leaves. I think Hakimi was there, wasn't he? He's gone to PSG.
Some players can't make the jump from Bundesliga to...
Dembele struggled a bit at the start from Dortmund to Barca, but he's sort of getting it together now.
Didn't do very well.
Kagawa didn't do well. Kagawa didn't do well. I mean, he won a title, but he didn't.
Yeah.
For once in a long, long time, we are seeing a midfielder go up and down, left and right, demanding the ball to make a difference. That's what... See, I was watching, they were saying that about Roy Keane. I can't remember who was saying it. They were saying if Roy Keane played today, because that's what he did. He attacked, he defended. They gave him worth £200 million.
Yeah.
And Bellingham does that.
He'll go for 150
Exactly.
plus.
He attacks, he defends.
Unless there's a clause in his contract.
That's right. Well, back then, say when Roy Keane and Scholes played together, or whoever, Vieira and Petit, there was no defensive midfielder and attacking midfielder. They both just did everything. Now you're a defensive midfielder, or you're an attacking midfielder, or you're a number 8, or you're... What's wrong with someone that goes up and down?
He's a typical box-to-box, isn't he?
He's a box-to-box.
Yeah.
And he gets there, man, for the goals. He's good. For 19, he shrugs people off. That's...
Definitely can see Real Madrid top on him in the future.
Mate, Pogba went for what? 100? Bellingham's gone for more.
I mean, if you're Newcastle, you make Champions League, do you just chuck stupid money?
I would.
200 million?
Yeah, I would. Listen, like I said, Pogba went for 100. He's gone for more. 19, and he's, like you said, Pogba in his prime. I reckon he's...
Because Pogba in his prime,
Pogba was good. But this guy works harder.
The early Juventus years.
But this guy works harder.
Yeah.
I reckon.
100%.
And he doesn't have a Pirlo with him. He's doing it all.
He keeps his feet on the ground and keep working hard. He'll be a star.
Pogba had one of the best midfielders of our generation behind him. Pirlo just dictating. And he had Matuidi there. And then with France, he's had Kante. Bellingham, when you look at it, he's with Rice, who's okay. And Henderson. They're not.
I'm not overly impressed with the hype Rice gets.
That's what I'm saying. But whereas Pogba's always had stars with him, Kante, Pirlo, he's doing it. He's the star and he's 19, bro.
Yeah, I'm not sure who his partner is at Dortmund, but
if England win it, he wins the Golden Ball.
Wow, what about Saka? He's played really well.
I reckon Bellingham wins the Golden. Yeah, I just reckon he's been better. Saka's done well too. Listen, all of them have done well.
Just goes to show how youthful this team could be.
That's what I'm saying. You put next World Cup, Rashford will be 27, so he'll be in his prime, 28. Yeah. Saka will be 24.
Yeah.
Bellingham will be 23. Grealish will still be 28. He'd be there playing.
Rice will still be 27.
Rice will be young. If they get out,
Johnny Stones could be. They could have better defenders.
You imagine, say Tamori starts playing. He's only young.
A better keeper.
Yeah, Tamori's only young.
Is Pickford the keeper?
Pickford, yeah. But
he's the shittest player on the team,
I reckon. Well, I said this to you
after Maguire.
Yeah, after Maguire. Yeah. Well, I said this to you. The other two keepers in the squad, one of them is top of the Premier League.
Well, Nick Pope's doing really well.
Yeah, so Ramsdale's
top.
Ramsdale,
yeah.
And the other one is Nick Pope. He's at Newcastle, they're third. And Pickford is starting ahead of them, and he's in a relegation battle.
Yeah, that's surprising that Ramsdale's not starting.
Well, you'd think Ramsdale or Pope, because they're both playing for teams that are dominating.
Just goes to show Southgate's sort of a...
Listen, he's done well. He does well for his country.
Very loyal to guys who've
loyal.
Done well for him in the past.
Yeah. He's loyal. I'd change Pickford. I don't like him, eh? I actually don't like him at all. I mean, you're a keeper.
Look, I won't lie. I'm gone for England to win this World Cup now because we've got the Man United boys in there.
Yeah, but we got Casemiro and Anthony.
True.
We've got Man United boys.
Casemiro's is like sort of newish, and Rashford's our boy.
I know. For a Man United point of view, the World Cup's killing us.
Yeah, all our players are still there.
Our two best centre backs.
Somehow Man City getting off scot-free.
Yeah. So our two best centre backs, Martinez, Varane, they could go. Our best midfielder, Casemiro. Yeah. We've got Eriksen back, which is good. Casemiro, Anthony, Rashford, Shaw, and Maguire as a squad player.
So the World Cup finishes on the 19th.
We're playing Burnley 2 days later in the League Cup.
But when's the next Prem game, though?
Ours is New Year's.
Boxing Day.
No, it's in Australia. It's like New Year's Eve. So I don't know what that is over there. It might be the 30th.
So that's 11.
For here, it's the 31st.
So it's 10 days after.
But if you want to watch Man United, you'll be watching Man United.
10 days is enough for us, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. You'll be watching United here in Australia while the clock is ticking over to the New Year. So that must be the 30th in England.
Well, hopefully they come straight back into the Prem game. The Burnley game, I understand. We're going to have a makeshift team.
Well, it depends. Let's say Brazil lose. Now, Casemiro is going to play in the next game. He has to. That's ages away.
I don't think United needed to win a cup like that. Anyway.
Yeah, I think so.
They need to win something.
And Burnley are top. Vincent Kompany manager.
Really?
And he's got him.
Vincent Kompany.
And he's got him ripping too, apparently.
Is that the guy with the weird head?
Yes, box head. But apparently they're playing killer, and they're top.
Jeez.
So,
Burnley.
Jesus out for 3 months, Rob is saying.
Yeah, well,
is that big for them?
They're going to rival Gakpo? Or should they just sign Ronaldo? Sign Ronaldo.
Does that hurt Arsenal? Do Arsenal?
I reckon it does, because the way Arsenal have been playing is
it's all surrounded
like a workhorse
up
there. Really making things tick. He may not be scoring all the time, but he's making huge space for the other players. And
3 months, that's massive. And it was the only game he played.
The wingers are really benefiting from him. Saka and Martinelli.
Is Martinelli at the World Cup?
Yeah, he is. He played in the dead rubber.
So that means...
And he come on against South Korea.
So that means for Arsenal too, Jesus is definitely not playing the next game. And Martinelli could be out. Saka could be out.
I thought Martinelli was Italian.
Probably is, but who knows?
He's Brazilian.
So Arsenal, that could hurt them. They're top, and they're missing. They're going to have Saka, Martinelli, Ramsdale,
White.
The other bloke is with France. Their centre back that they love, Saliba.
Oh yeah,
he's not playing, but he's still there.
Yeah, but you'd think if you're not playing, you go straight in.
Well, that's what I think. Will Martinez do that for us? Because he's not really playing much. He's only played one game.
I don't know why he's not playing in front of Otamendi
or Romero. I think he's better than both of them. He's had a better year than Romero at Tottenham.
Well, he came on against Socceroos, and he had that important block.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He's had a better year than... Listen, he's better than Otamendi because Otamendi's finished. And he's had a better year than Romero.
I think if Argentina play Otamendi, that's going to be a downfall against the Netherlands.
But obviously he's loyal to him too. Whereas Martinelli...
You got to do a Santos, man, and take this loyalty out of the window.
Martinez plays against Gakpo and Depay. He was at Ajax.
Yeah.
You'd think, put him in, he knows these guys.
I'm really looking forward to these games on the weekend.
Oh, they're going to be killer.
And then what? There's the midweek, they're going to do semis, and then the final
and
Sunday night.
And third place playoff as well, which is...
Crap.
But you'll watch it. Because they, sometimes that game is fun because they don't care. It's like
you'll stay out for the World Cup final.
Oh yeah. I'll actually be watching that in Melbourne.
Oh, you going to Melbourne that weekend?
On the Sunday, and then the Monday morning is the World Cup. I think 18th. I'm going.
There you go, guys.
Melbourne. Yeah, we're watching it there. That's wild.
So HFD, are we taking a Christmas break?
Well. We're saying we want to do a Kris Kringle next week. We just don't know what day.
A Kris Kringle?
Like we did last year?
Oh, yeah. Well, with the food? Are we doing food again?
So we'll do the podcast and we order each other.
Oh,
but it just depends what nights you were doing, what days you working. Chris reckons he can only do Thursday. Is that your first day shift?
Oh, look, if he can only do Thursday, I can make it happen. So if Chris is there...
Earlier. Why can't we just start if we start 7?
Yeah, I can come straight after work.
And we just start at 7.
It's up to Chris as well.
I think that's what he said. Thursday's the day he can do.
All right.
Chris Kringle Thursday.
Chris Kringle Thursday, guys.
And if Jim didn't come, I think it was Jim didn't rock up last year, and Chris filled in for him, my brother. Krillin filled in.
Oh, yeah, Krillin.
Chris C is a busy guy, don't at me, says.
He's a busy guy.
Yeah, we'll do a Chris Kringle on Thursday, I think, now. Now that John's saying he'll make it happen, that's confirmed.
So who's winning the World Cup overall, man? Before we
Well, my two favourites, I tipped from the start, Brazil or Portugal, so I'm going to stick with Brazil.
Go one pick, Brazil. I'm going to go England to win the World Cup.
Fuck that. England win the World Cup? Jeez.
Football's coming.
Is this the first time in your life?
I think it's their best chance.
Listen, they've had better teams than this, no doubt about it, in my opinion. But I think this is the first time I've actually sat there during a major tournament and said maybe they can win it. Because if they get past France,
how I felt. Like I've seen them play, I'm like, you know, they had one average game.
Yeah, against who was it? It was a shit game. They drew, didn't they draw?
Yeah.
USA.
Yeah.
USA. And I think a lot of factors are with it this time. It's like I said, I don't think a lot of the nations are as good as they were like 10 years ago.
No.
Like I said, like even Australia is a perfect example. That Australian team could fucking win this World Cup, like our old 06 team.
Yeah, I wish they were playing.
Oh, whereas you look at them like Argentina is not as good as they were. Like Spain, nowhere near. You know, there was stacked teams going even 15, 30 years, whatever.
Yeah.
This World Cup, listen, it's been good watching it, but the teams are not as good as they used to be. No way.
Nah.
And there's a lot of big players missing too. Like France don't have Kante, Benzema. Who'd you say Jota missed for Portugal? There's a lot of players that Mane wasn't there for Senegal.
But and Cuckoo got injured just before the World Cup. He'll be spewing.
Senegal, they were African champions. Their best player got injured on the eve. That they could have been
second best player in the world, by the way.
Exactly. So both first and second in Ballon d'Or, not even at the World Cup.
Yeah.
Could Senegal have had a different outcome against England with Mane playing? You don't know.
Yeah.
That player, not saying that he makes the team, but he completes their team.
Yeah.
Like the 1974 Australian team made the final 16 because there were only 16 teams in the World Cup. That achievement is huge for part-time players, Rob said.
So is it true that the teams are doubling next World Cup?
What numbers are going up to, Rob? Rob told me, but I think they're thinking about changing it again, making it even more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's guaranteed at the moment that it is going up from 32 to, Rob can correct me on, I know what but it's definitely going up next World Cup.
So Greece have a chance.
Cyprus
won't make it?
You know, if Cyprus make the World Cup, you've been to Cyprus, right? Like it'll go mad.
It'll go mad?
I said to my dad, not the Turkish and the Greek Cypriots, but the Greek Cypriots are divided over there, the right and left side. I said to my dad, the only thing that unites that country is Cyprus make the World Cup one day.
Well, Turkey didn't make the World Cup, did they?
No.
Happy about that?
Yes. Listen, 16 groups of 3.
What?
Rob is saying 16 groups of 3, then to a 32-team knockout, and it's 32 teams now.
To what, 48? Is that what he said? 48
Yeah,
teams?
16 groups of 3, yeah.
So Greece have a chance.
Jimmy's saying we just need a new goalkeeper. Graham Arnold told he's got the job to continue with Socceroos. If he wants it, we just need a new goal. Listen, you know what?
Jim Postecoglou is not happy about that.
Listen, all right, he did make a mistake, but, mate, the defender sold him one. Why'd he even give it to him?
I mean, you should have kicked it first time. You should have had more awareness that you're getting closed down that quick.
I agree, but I don't think it should have been played to him.
But yeah,
our defender should just clear it.
The defender.
Who was I? Can't remember. Did Harry Alter play it?
The defender put the pressure on him big time. If I was the keeper, then I would have blamed the defender.
100%.
And then Rob would have blamed me.
When he was at Brighton, Ryan was a pretty good keeper.
Who's he play for now? Is he second fiddle?
No, he's like in Belgium or something, I think. He's not doing anything.
He did right. Was for Brighton?
Brighton, and then he went on loan to Arsenal. He was Ramsdale's backup, and then he left because Potter brought Sanchez in, put him ahead of him.
We normally have pretty good keepers.
You would think we do, since we're an AFL country. But wouldn't, honestly, like thinking that, you would think, like how AFL, like there's so many AFL players like Pendlebury that he played basketball first.
Yeah.
You would think there's AFL players that played AFL and then started playing soccer, become a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
And they would, Tony Modro would have been a killer goalkeeper. Gary Ablett would have been a killer goalkeeper.
You never know, down the future, it could be our number one sport, like in the best.
I actually think the point you made is spot on. I was saying it last night. I actually think, I don't know when, going 20 years in the future, Australia's team is going to go much down the path of France, and we're going to be a lot stronger just because they're immigrants.
We've only started taking in the African immigrants.
Exactly. And I've played with some of them, man, that they were playing. They played for Liberia.
Yeah.
They played for a national team, and they're coming in and playing in my state league with me.
Yeah. And
some of them were freaks. So they're all having kids now.
We may have better facilities. We may not have better facilities.
Yeah, that's right.
I think there's a shot.
I agree. I think it's right. I think it's spot on.
Yeah.
Look at like Germany. You know how many of the German players are Turkish background? Heaps of them.
I mean, France is like
how many Africans?
How many actually are France?
No,
French.
That's what I mean. Like they might be born there, but like half of them are Algerian.
Mbappe, tell me where's he from?
I think is he Algerian? I don't know, but like Zidane was Algerian.
Yeah.
Kante and that of Senegalese background.
Varane's like Saudi Arabia or something
like that. He looks like Moroccan or something. He looks like that. Do you know what I mean? Middle Eastern. And
I think Griezmann's French.
Well, Griezmann is a German name.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
The name is German. Griezmann is a German name.
Yeah, true.
But it's like us, isn't it? It's like my last name, I'm Australian. And that's why Australia's going down the path. We're going to start having, like you said, Africans, everything that are there playing it. They're not going to play football. What Senegalese bloke has played?
Because we're getting Algerians move here now. We're getting Saudis here. We're getting Afghanistan.
What Senegalese what was the Senegalese player that played football? Is the only one I know, Magic Dor, and the one that plays for Port.
Yeah, Ali.
Other than that, they're going to play soccer because it's their sport.
And Chris will tell you, Ali is a champion.
Why couldn't he be a goalkeeper?
There's another one at the Gold Coast, Cho.
Yeah, okay.
And he's actually like a gun. So
Mbappe's father's from Cameroon, Rob said.
Well, there you go.
Hey, Reeves, how you going, man?
Hey, what's happening, man?
AFL won't let it happen, Chris is saying, about becoming the number one sport.
No, I'm sort of saying, like, you know how we're killer at cricket, Australians, on the world stage, and we're good at rugby at the world stage.
We are good at most of our sports.
Maybe we bring soccer up to that level, 20, 30 years down the track.
I agree. Most of our sports that we...
It doesn't mean we have to be at this level for the rest of our tenure, Australia. It might not be in our lifetime, by the way. It could be down even further.
Even basketball. Listen, no one competes with America in it, but we're pretty good at basketball. We're good at hockey. We're good at cricket.
And with
rugby.
And with the Africans' immigration, we could be even better with basketball as well.
100%. They got that, what's that one that
NBA,
plays?
the NBA is...
What's that? The big one? He's Senegalese, Australian.
They're
Thon.
from African descent.
Thon, is it Thon?
Yeah.
Thon Maker. He's huge.
All the NBA stars are African descent, bro.
Of course.
So, they're just natural athletes, I guess.
No, they are, man. They're just... No, I think it's a good point. I think it goes...
You never know.
Did you see how much government funding soccer gets here? Chris is saying, I get it. But I tell you, and it's... Football is so scared of soccer, it's not funny. All the football people are. They know it.
The thing is with football, it's
got a ceiling.
It's only really loved in half of the state. No.
Half of the country.
Well, yeah. Well,
or three-quarters. Say three-quarters.
Yeah. Because New South Wales and Queensland is rugby.
And they're huge. New South Wales, massive.
Yeah.
Victoria, South Australia, Western Australia.
So it's divided within its
own country.
Within its own country.
Whereas... cricket, they like it everywhere.
Yeah. Because we're not much of a rugby state.
No, we don't.
We're a footy state.
We are. South Australia, Victoria, Western Australia, footy.
Yeah. And Tasmania footy.
Tasmania footy, but they don't have a team. Poor bastards.
Northern Territory, I don't know.
They're probably footy.
I mean, we go there to watch footy.
They'd be footy.
But I'd say they like their rugby up there too.
They probably do. But I reckon they're more footy. Yeah, I don't know.
Western Australia is very divided as well with footy and rugby.
It?
Yeah.
See, I don't know that.
Because when I was working up the top of Western Australia, everyone loved rugby, not footy. I don't know about the Perth side.
Yeah.
So Chris will probably know more about that.
Northern Territory is full footy, don't at me, said.
It's full footy. Yeah.
Australia received 12 million to reach the round of 16 at Qatar, Rob's saying. So they got given 12 million.
From who?
Probably from FIFA, I'm guessing. Is that from FIFA, Rob? So teams...
It just covers costs.
So what, does an FA of a certain country get money for how far they go? Is that right?
Players don't get really paid there, do they?
I don't think so. I don't think you get paid for your country now.
Just for the love of caps and your country.
So is that right, Rob? So an FA quarterfinal loser receives 38 million, Rob's saying. So it must be from the FA receives... Yeah. So us getting to the round of 16...
So it goes back into the Football
Federation.
Saying
we're getting that much money, that should be getting put into our grassroots.
It'll go into some people's pockets.
It'll go into someone's pocket. Craig Foster will have a new haircut. 12 million? 38 million they get is for quarterfinal. That's Australian, Rob?
Australian there's heaps of like television rights and stuff with the World Cup. Qatar would have made some money out of it. It's
the more telecast than the Olympics. Because it's the only... It is. It's the most...
Olympics can be boring sometimes.
Yeah, Olympics terrible. Well, I was saying, the thing about Olympics is, I was saying it last night, if you're pushed into athletics, that's fine if that's what you love. But unless you're a Usain Bolt or an Ian Thorpe, a Michael Phelps, someone that's going to win the gold, there's no money in it.
Yeah.
Unless you're a top dog, even the silver, you're not getting nothing.
I mean, who the fuck likes watching sailing, man?
No, exactly.
Is there someone in chat who likes watching the sailing?
It might be fun to do, but who wants to watch it?
I probably would rather the rowing than the sailing.
Of course, like it's
the sailing.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
There's some crappy sports. I think there's a new sport every Olympics.
All I know is Cyprus won a gold medal in skeet shooting.
Go Cyprus.
They just know how to hunt over there. It's all the wild cats.
They're
just shooting people.
Oh my god. But yeah, man. Australia to be superstars in 25 years.
I actually think it's a good call. No, I'm not. Listen, not saying we're going to be but I think our will be better. I think we've hit our lull now. We had that golden generation of, like we said, Kuhl, Viduka, Cahill, Bresciano. That was a golden generation.
Yeah,
they're all playing in top leagues, and now but every country has that. Like Spain had a golden generation. Belgium have had it. And look at them.
Yeah,
it's slowly. I mean, Eden Hazard a couple of years ago was the most sought after player in the world. Now
he retired from Belgium.
I would have too. He can't even
He's
run.
not that old.
He's only 31, I think.
What happened to Eden Hazard?
He went to Madrid.
As soon as he got there, he was shit.
He just went off the race. He fell off a cliff.
Wow.
And Ancelotti's like, well, I'm not fucking playing you.
Real Madrid did a Man United.
Oh, big time. Ancelotti just dropped him. He's like, I'm not fucking playing him.
He just dropped him.
Just dropped him.
Oh, jeez. See, that's the thing about going for a big club. It can be a killer for your career.
Yeah, AP saying what you said. He goes, same with cricket. Boring to watch, but really fun to play.
Yeah, I love playing cricket.
Yeah, I love playing cricket. Evening, you legends, AP says. How you going, AP?
Evening, guys. But yeah. The Olympics are in a couple of years, and the Euros, aren't they?
Are they in the same bracket year?
None of them are on an odd year, so they have to be, I reckon.
Probably.
Yeah.
The only thing, Euros got put in an odd year because of the pandemic.
COVID, yeah.
But it will go, I don't know, Rob might be able to answer that. Will the Euros now be 2 years from when it was played, or will it be 2 years from 2020?
I think they're going to
4 years from 2020. So it'll go 2020.
I think it's going to get played in 24.
Yeah. Instead of
because it's
25.
Yeah. And the World Cup's going to go 26.
Yeah. US dollars, Rob is saying, not Australian dollars. So he's saying, 2.5 million for all FIFA registered teams, plus 8 million to qualify to Qatar, 12 million to get to the round of 16, 38 million to get to quarterfinal, 20 million to get to final four. Winner gets another 45 million.
Well, I wonder how much they give a little bonus to their players, or does it all go to the country's committees? You know what I mean?
Could you imagine England? Could you imagine the Premier League if the English FA get $60 million?
I mean, it's big for a country like Brazil.
Oh man, because they could fix up their stadiums. They could
that's huge.
Chuck it into things.
That's huge. That's big money.
Are we going to see a World Cup in North Korea next? AP says. I don't see that happening.
Did they ever?
Then again, one's been in Qatar.
I've never seen them play.
They were in the World Cup. They were in the World Cup when South Korea were in it, and they showed a clip. The South Koreans got back home, and there was fanfare, all these buses, and the North Koreans got back home, and there was no one there. There was people they were getting ready to go to work. What rocked up? Can't remember what year that was in. But
what a messed up country, man.
Euro 24 hosted by Germany. Yeah, so it's in Germany.
Oh, yeah.
So they'll get automatic qualification. Hansi Flick will still be Germany coach. I think next Germany coach is Klopp.
Oh, he didn't get the sack, that Germany coach.
Well, he's a good coach too.
That's the shittest Germany's ever done.
Yeah, but it's one of the worst Germany teams I've seen, though, in a long time.
You'd think they get out of the group.
I agree. But that he won a treble. Flick, he's a good manager.
I suppose.
The minute what's-his-name took over after him that everyone was saying was the best, he did nowhere near as good as Flick. Nagelsmann.
No.
Bayern. World Cup finalists will get 90 million all up.
That's huge. I reckon they would give something to the players. A little bonus.
They got to. Chris is bringing out his inner Ninja Turtles. He says you got to know what a crumpet is to understand cricket. AP says love a good crumpet. That's what Casey Jones
Crumpets
says.
are wild.
That's what Raphael says to Casey Jones.
I still haven't given my son a crumpet yet. I have to go buy a crumpet.
Crumpets are. You know what? I was saying this to Chris. You know, there's round crumpets, the originals.
Yeah.
And there's square crumpets.
Yeah.
Can you taste? Do you reckon round ones taste better?
I think so.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know what it is.
100%.
But why?
I don't know.
It's the same.
I think it's a mental thing.
Is it, or is it just?
I don't know.
They taste different, man. They taste better. Yeah. Round ones are better.
Round ones are better. Let me guess. Chris likes square ones.
No. I don't know. I'm just saying. I remember saying it to him. Chris probably would.
He would. That's a debate and a half.
Love a toasted crumpet with Vegemite, don't at me, says.
Yeah.
No Vegemite here, man.
You reckon you could have a crumpet like as a toasty in a sandwich maker?
Oh my god, what would you put in it? Cheese and
just like you normally would.
So let's say cheese and ham.
Yeah,
or
something
cheese
like
and tomato.
Yeah.
Put it in the toasty.
Would it work?
That's definitely for a show of weird food combinations.
I've never tried it.
Let's do it. Who wants to see
a crumpet toasty?
Who wants to see us on a show make a crumpet toasty? This
would
is
it
John's
work?
invention.
Well, I've never invented it before.
We will patent it with HFD down the bottom.
I don't know if it will work yet.
Look, I'm no crumpet expert, but I agree. Round is better.
Round is
probably
better.
Something to do with the manufacturing process. AP saying, I reckon it is. The square ones look like they've too much fluff in them or something.
Yeah. I'm gonna go buy some crumpets tomorrow now.
Cheese, ham, tomato crumpets is the best. AP is saying.
Really?
Yeah, so but is that in a toasty machine or are you just putting it on top of it?
I've had egg on a crumpet before. It was pretty good.
I think I've had cheese. It was not anything on a crumpet's nice.
Yeah.
We got to do this toasty one.
We do.
We got to do it.
Crumpet. Will it cook? It'll cook, won't it?
Definitely cook.
Or would it be like that?
What if you cook them first, toast them, and then make a sandwich, a toasty out of it? No, it'll cook. I mean, it has to cook. Yeah, it will cook. Has to.
Crumpet toasty. With the round one. It'll be a round.
It's got to be round.
Toaster.
So it'll be like nice and small. That'd be wild. In a toasty, he's saying.
Wow.
Cheese, ham, tomato, crumpet is the best. AP.
Oh
my God.
He endorses it.
Honey and butter on round crumpets. Nothing. I love honey on crumpets.
Honey and butter is pretty good.
Yeah. Honey and butter.
You know how to butter and sort of seeps through the bottom?
The best.
Oh my God.
It's wild.
It is wild.
I've had everything on crumpets. Rob hates Nutella, right? But I don't know how you could hate Nutella.
Wait a minute.
But I've had Nutella.
Rob hates
Nutella. I know.
How could you hate Nutella?
I know, he's Italian. Work that out.
It's chocolate, Rob.
I know, but Nutella on a crumpet is killer too. Anything on crumpets is killer. Oh, Nutella's the best, man. Give it a try, lads. You won't be disappointed, AP saying. So John's onto something.
So is that the butter and honey you're talking about?
The toasty. He's saying ham, cheese, tomato. He's saying toasted crumpets.
Every time I go to Woolies, they've always got them on special.
Crumpets always
on special.
1 week it's the square ones, 1 week it's the round ones.
I think they go off pretty quick.
They do. Crumpets like
you got to eat them quick.
And once they go, they're gone. It's mold. Like
it gets all fucked up.
We need to do a short trying both crumpets. Do a blind taste test, AP's saying.
Yes.
You're all missing out. Have you got fresh Welsh cakes? Reborn is saying.
What the hell's a fresh Welsh cake?
What?
It's almost a tongue twister.
Explain it to us, Reborn. Fresh Welsh cakes. Is that like, in like Seinfeld with the Drake's coffee cake?
Is that a Christmas thing? Like,
Drake's coffee cake?
I still haven't had eggnog. I've never tasted eggnog before.
Eggnog's alright. It's not. It's
Is it egg?
Not really. So eggnog's not bad.
What's it taste like? Egg.
I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's weird.
I reckon I've seen it on the shelf before.
Yeah, we've got it. It's everywhere here. How did this podcast turn into a crumpet podcast?
I don't know.
And then Don't At Me said, because cricket is wild.
Someone said cricket's a crumpet.
Well, that's what Raphael says to Casey Jones. It's just like blue cheese. The mold adds flavour, AP is saying to the crumpet. Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
It's almost like a flat scone, but fluffier. They're so good, Reborn said. Jimmy says eggnog is the best, JG.
It is?
So football, score goals, get points, win the match, AP is saying.
I'm going to try some eggnog this year.
Yeah, eggnog.
Do you warm it up or you just drink it?
No, I like it cold.
Is
but
it
you can have it
drink?
with alcohol. In America, they put it in like alcohol. They do it with like a rum, I think.
Oh, really? I thought it was just an American thing, and then I found out it's actually here.
It's everywhere.
Eggnog, there you go. But yeah, all right, crumpet toasty, we're on.
Oh my God.
I want to try just ham and cheese.
Reborn said I'm going to put a picture in Discord about the cake.
The Welsh cake.
That's correct. Fresh Welsh cakes. Well, that's like, after that Seinfeld episode, when I went to New York, I had the black and white cookie.
You did,
just because it was in the Seinfeld episode. But I wanted to have a Drake's.
Did you try and take a bite of white and black at every bite?
All the time. I was trying to get it both. And I was telling Jess, and he's laughing at me. But I wanted to try Drake's coffee cake because of the other episode. And a marble rye.
So you can actually buy the Drake's coffee cake?
I don't know. I couldn't get that, but I got the black and white cookie.
Yeah.
I just didn't know where sold Drake's coffee cake.
Yeah, right.
Because that bakery, Jess showed them something.
That was made early 90s.
Yeah, I know. But the black and white cookie... The bakery, it's like the biggest bakery in New York. It's Magnolia Bakery, I think it's called, and they sell it.
Yep.
The black and white cookie was wild.
It was good. You went sick. You vomited.
Almost. Reeves put a clip. It was wild. Reeves put a picture in Discord. Let's have a look at this cake.
Let's have a look. So this is the fresh.
Oh, they do look wild. What's inside them, Reborn? They look like a pancake that's like chocolate chips. You know those Japanese pancakes, the ones that we were saying? The souffle ones. So
why is he saying fresh? Is that just because they're made on the spot,
or is that just what they're called?
You can't eat them a couple of days later. They just become a Welsh cookie.
Fresh Welsh cakes. Maybe that's just their name. Oh, they look wild, guys.
After 2 days, it's just a Welsh cake.
Can I see if I can download it?
Is that what you made? Is that Reeves?
Yeah, Reeves put that there.
Did you just make that, Reeves?
Unable to save the image. Why? Unable to copy. Oh, man. I was trying to save it. I could show everyone. Copy link? Oh, it's a link. That's why. Let's see if I can get it, Reborn. Let's see if I can show the people.
Fresh Welsh cake. It's almost a tongue twister for me, man.
Dude, it looks pretty wild.
It does look good. Is there like icing on there?
I don't know. It looks like a good Abiedes, but like Welsh style.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can bring it up for you guys, all right?
Does look good. Does look good.
So Reborn has sent us this picture.
Through the Discord.
So if you're in the Discord, you can go have a look in there. Can everyone see that? I've put that in there. All right, yeah, let's have a look. So that's a fresh Welsh cake.
Chris wants to be lathered up with butter.
Yeah, he is. He's like Kramer. That's a fresh Welsh cake that we got there that Reborn's put up. Look at that. That looks wild.
That does look wild.
That look killer. Chris, what if we live on an Earth-sized crumpet? Because is he paying him out because of flat Earth? And the sun is the toasty slowly heading towards us.
I do like that picture you put of flat Earth today.
And he see what he said?
It's just daylight all the time.
Yeah, and what did he say? He's like, it doesn't work like that.
The thing is, Chris goes, I don't believe it, but I stick up for it.
Yeah, no, it's so weird. Yeah, it's a good picture though, isn't it?
It is a good picture.
Do you reckon I could find it?
Does this look like it's got sultanas in it or something?
I don't know. Is it chocolate? Is it chocolate chips or is it?
Yeah, fresh Welsh cake.
Fresh Welsh cake. They look wild.
I mean, looks good to have with coffee or something.
I got that picture, man. Should I bring it up for the people?
Yeah, bring it up.
All right. So, guys, I sent this to Chris today in our group chat, and he debunked me, man.
He debunked you?
He said, nah. He said it's not how. And it said, the one that I sent, it said, flat earthers, your turn. So I sent him this, saying that flat earth is stupid. And he was like, that's not how it works. And then he goes to us, like John said, he's like, I don't believe it, but he sticks up for it.
I'll stick up for it.
So look at that picture, guys. What does that say? You know, it's a good picture. John reminded me about it. That's a pretty good picture.
Chris is wild.
Look at it though. That's pretty good.
Oh no.
Let's see what everyone says about that. Nah, I'm a fence sitter, he reckons.
Who's this?
Chris.
He's a fence sitter.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to admit it, does he?
Yeah. I'll join eventually, Don't At Me says. I got banned from Discord last year.
Did he?
No one asked why, but you know.
How could you get banned from
currants and sultanas. I don't like things with bits in them, man. But I'll try it. Just because
it did look like sultanas in there. It did.
I can probably find a recipe, he's saying.
Oh
the world is a globe, Don't At Me said.
A live cooking show with fresh Welsh cake.
AP said it says that the earth is flat, clearly. And then Chris says, no, I said it could be true. Not saying it is.
Always with the backpedaling.
Listen,
Chris,
you know, that picture, I sent that today because I was saying it to John. That flat earth picture, that one that I just put up that everyone saw, it's the most simplest explanation. I reckon it's the best one.
Yeah.
Because if the sun's there, it's night. It would be daylight every day.
But it doesn't work like that, man.
Yeah, why? Don't At Me as an astronaut, Chrissy said.
I just want to know why I can't see New York from here with a telescope.
Exactly. What did he say? Because there's hills or something?
There's some hills in the way.
In the water?
There's a hill. Flinders Ranges are in the way.
You know, Chris is a big footy fan, right? Even when you go to Adelaide Oval, if you sit on one side and you look over to the other side, you can't see the people in the first row because it like curves, you know, because of the drainage.
Yeah.
So, like, even that's like debunking it.
It's 400 meters away.
Yeah, it's 400 meters. You can't see it. Nah, it's a big mountain in the middle that gives nighttime, AP said.
No, that's believable.
That's wild.
Yeah, I like that one. Shit. Can't see around that mountain.
Don't At Me said I said, well, I'm not going to ask why you were banned from Discord. He said, for buying green stuff.
On the Discord?
On Discord? What the fuck?
Damn.
Oh, shit. That's hilarious.
You must be in Adelaide.
Now we believe you that you're 26, man.
Now I know you're in Adelaide.
Yeah, now we know you're in Adelaide. Where's the mountain? They're all just cracking up about this. And Chris has gone eerily silent.
He has. He's quickly backtracked.
That's wild.
He's writing a paragraph now about
AP explanations. He's just stirring the pot. Chris, there's just going to be this chat that comes up. It's just massive.
Massive. It's explaining his reasoning.
Wild. All right. We'll let them do the Mount Everest is in the middle, Reborn says.
That's the mountain that's blocking everyone's view.
All right. While everyone's chatting about the flat Earth, we'll go back to our topic. So you said England. Reborn be happy about that. You reckon England win it?
Hey, look, just because I want England to win, I want Rashford to be a World Cup winner.
Reborn, what do you think about England's chances? I'll ask you. He's obviously in England. Like I said, it's the first time in my life that
you've actually got a bit of English in you, man.
Yeah, a little bit.
So
it's the first time in my life that I think they could win it.
They got a chance.
And it's not the best team I've seen of them.
If Southgate can stick to his guns, they got a shot.
Yeah.
If he goes back in the show, I think they're done.
Yep. AP saying what we said. So who's going to win it? See, I'm saying Brazil. John's saying England. Listen, if they beat France, they're in a chance, I think. Big time.
And they're on the easier side. I think they're avoiding the Brazilians and the...
So, what did we say the other one can be? So, it can be Brazil-Portugal semi-final. Is that right? No, Brazil-Argentina.
It could be semi, yeah.
That's crazy.
The crowd would go crazy for that.
Chris reckons England to win it.
Hey, Chris.
He's with you.
My boy.
So, every Cypriot's got English in him, man.
Jeez.
My dad was born in a British subject.
England, the English will party like it's no tomorrow if they win.
They'll go.
The football's coming home song will be all over the place.
They'll lose it.
Shit will go down.
I don't know, man. They are good at the moment, but France are another level. See how they get on. Don't want to curse anything. Keep Griezmann quiet. See, everyone's talking about Mbappe, Dembele, but Griezmann's having a good tournament, sitting at number 10, distributing. But, mate, is he going to be doing that with Bellingham chopping at his heels?
Yeah. Why doesn't Man United get Griezmann off Atletico? Which clearly don't want him.
Because we can do what Man United always do. Sign players like 7 years too late. We wanted Griezmann like 7 years ago.
Yeah, like Griezmann.
Yeah, so we may as well get him.
We'll get him now.
Because, like, you know, we instead of getting Cavani when he was 25, we got him at 33.
Jimmy T reckons Morocco, man.
Imagine
of course Jimmy T does.
Could you imagine the Morocco won the World Cup? It'd be freakish.
I tell you what, if they got to the final, I'll probably be rooting for Morocco.
Yeah, I would.
100%.
Yeah. If they made the final, you've got to go for them.
Have to.
And they come under as an African team, don't they?
Really?
What do they come under as? Asian?
Jeez, is Rob still in the chat?
What do they come under as? They African or Asian?
Moroccan.
Only Arabic team left, Jimmy says. So Middle Eastern, they might be... Yeah, I don't know.
Arabic.
Might be Asian. They might come under Asian. Like we do as well. Australia come out of Asia. But...
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Morocco winning will be wild. Africa, Chris C is saying.
That'd be the first African country to win it. Well, imagine that, Morocco out of all African.
Pele said an African team will win it by the millennium. Obviously, he didn't get it right, but he's going on like what you said.
AP reckons Ecuador.
Yeah. He's going on what you said.
I like AP's one.
That the African nations, you know, if the African nations had funding, like let's say England, they would have, you know how many World Cups they would have won?
Well, that's what I'm saying with all the immigration happening.
That's what I'm saying. So
we actually got funding.
If they win, I'll move to Morocco, don't at me, says.
Oh my God. They got killer weed there as well.
Yeah, you've definitely been buying the green stuff. Damn, I'll come with you, Chris C says. I'll eat Moroccan chilies, Jimmy reckons.
Well, damn, we'll take your sourdoughs. We'll go together and have toasties.
Oh, yeah, the toasty I had with that sourdough.
Wild.
Giuseppe is a champion.
So it's not Giuseppe, it's Giuseppe.
Well, that's what he said. When you pronounce it in Italian,
it's Giuseppe.
He goes, it upsets me. They call me Giuseppe.
Yeah.
He goes, and they say I can't pronounce it. He goes, and the way he said it last night was hilarious. He goes, if you can pronounce the word elephant, he goes, you can pronounce my name.
That's a good way. If you can say elephant, you can say my name.
Because it's true. When you
it's easy to say elephant.
Yeah, no, but when you say the letter E,
yeah,
but it doesn't get pronounced like that in words, because E, wherever it is, like you said, it's elephant. You know, like everywhere there's an E, it's pronounced eh. So that's what, you know, and that's how the Giuseppe, that's how the Italian language is.
Yeah, well, they're true, I guess, yeah.
It's a Muslim country, Jimbo, Chris says.
The Moroccans.
They're all right, man.
I see the Moroccan fans giving it to the Spanish.
I would have.
It was hilarious on social media.
Listen, I hate that in sports, like before we wrap up, I hate how in sports they try take it away, take banter out of sports.
I think the years that go by, you know,
it's like in cricket, they try to get rid of sledging.
Yeah.
Why? Like, it's part of the game. Like, you know, mate, on the field, you know some of the shit that things have been said to me on soccer field? It's part of the game.
People are getting too offended now.
Yeah, exactly. And like, so the supporters... if
people are getting offended about the samba dance now.
Exactly. Like, if Cyprus makes the World Cup, right, and they go beat someone, you think my dad's not going to celebrate in front of them? Of course he is. Like, you know, like as if you're not going to.
Yeah.
Let the supporters celebrate.
Soccer's so passionate.
Exactly.
That's why the fans are normally separated. because, it can get heated.
George Weah had to pay for all World Cup qualifying for his Liberian team, Rob is saying. See, that's what I'm saying. They don't have funding there.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, I played with a lot of Liberians here that could have played for the national team. They were freaks.
Just didn't have the nurture.
They moved here so they could get work.
Yeah.
Freaks, man.
And that's exactly right. And, their offspring now will have the talent coming through. Australia going to be superstars.
Exactly.
Prediction,
there you go. Rob, you heard Man City to sell Grealish to fund Bellingham. They get anywhere near that 100 million back. Surely, Reborn is saying he's laughing. They won't get anywhere near. They'll still listen. They won't get 100 for him, but if they sell him, which
I don't think they need to.
It's bullshit because Man City don't need to sell anyone to fund. That's a lie. If Guardiola wants Bellingham, that's the good thing. And listen, I hate praising City. But the thing about them is, if Guardiola says, I want this player like he did with Haaland, they will fork out what he wants and they'll go get Bellingham. That's the scary thing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about.
Well,
I hope he goes to
De Bruyne is, 29 now?
I think older. 31, I think.
Yeah.
I'm scared he goes there. I hope he goes to Madrid.
They still got Fernandinho running?
No, he left. First year gone. But they got Rodri, who's a gun.
He's mid-20s, I think.
But he's a champion, defensive mid. Imagine you got Rodri sitting there,
Bellingham.
and you got Bellingham, Bernardo Silva in the midfield with De Bruyne. And
Bellingham's almost the perfect replacement for De Bruyne, isn't he?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, that's the scary thing about City is their owners will go get him what he wants.
Yeah.
And I hope he goes to Madrid. Man, I just don't want him. If he doesn't go to United, I do not want him to come to the Premier League.
I could see him going to City, you know what I mean?
I know, but that upsets me. I don't want to see
Unless we finish top 4 and we get new owners with big bucks and just want Bellingham. They reckon we could be wrapped up by March.
Listen, that's what we can sign off on that by March. How good was it, the news you heard when they said Man United, that the Glazers admitted it?
I feel like
Man
United's weight off my shoulders, really.
Ever since Ferguson retired,
I honestly thought it would never sell.
I agree. I just thought it was going to go generations.
Yeah.
They are so lucky that they bought Man United and Alex Ferguson was there.
100%.
Because he kept us relevant.
Yeah.
And not just relevant, we kept winning everything.
Mm.
The minute he retired, it's been so depressing having the Glazers.
Because they never put money in the club. But we spent what we've generated.
Yeah, that's right. That's the thing about United is they're one of the only clubs that can actually do that.
Mm.
Not many clubs, not even Madrid's can do that.
Yeah, that's right.
They make so much money. Rob said, no, he hasn't heard that, but he'll check it out. They've been saying it, Rob. But like I said, Man City don't need to sell to fund.
No, they don't need to sell to buy.
He only goes there for the money. Liverpool would be better choice. No bias at all, Reborn says.
Liverpool?
Liverpool fan.
They can't afford Bellingham.
I think they're out of it now.
Unless they get taken over as well.
Exactly. They're for sale. They are probably current ownership. Only clubs that can afford him, I think, are PSG, City, and Madrid would get the money from somewhere.
Mm.
They're the only 3 clubs.
That's one of the reasons why I think United went up for sales because Liverpool's up for sale.
100%.
They said, well, we might lose out on a big bidder here because Liverpool's up for sale.
Yeah.
How,
like I was talking about it, seeing Man United and Liverpool for sale in the same year is like, they're arguably...
Apparently, there's a lot of huge sport franchises around the world that are up for sale right now.
Yeah, probably.
In America and in England.
They're arguably, and I'm not, no one get upset about it, Barca, Real Madrid people, but they're arguably the 2 biggest clubs in the world.
Mm.
And they're up for sale at the same time. And that's not a far-fetched argument that they're the 2 biggest clubs in the world.
Mm. No, not at all.
Like the only other club, listen, Juventus obviously, but they're not as big as United.
Who owns Real Madrid? Is the country?
Oh, I don't know. They get bailed out by the president and that a lot.
But you don't hear of their owners.
No, I don't know who. I don't know if they're owned by I don't know how it works.
Is it the people?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, right.
Bellingham might be better in Italy, as in like learn his craft more.
The way he's playing at World Cup, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. I think he's ready for Premier League if he has to go there.
I think Pep doesn't know how to nurture young talent. So for football's sake, I hope Bellingham doesn't go to City, Real Madrid, or Bayern.
I mean, he's done all right with Foden, and
listen.
I mean, Haaland's still young, I guess.
You got to give him the credit. Let's go back 15 years. When he did it, everyone said it was dumb, but it's not dumb now. He dropped Ronaldinho for Messi.
Guardiola did?
Yeah.
I mean, he's always dealt with players in his prime as well.
Yeah, he has.
I guess he doesn't give as much youth a chance because of the players at his disposal.
But I guess he's done okay with Foden, hasn't he?
He has. Well, he's pretty much brought him from the youth ranks.
Like Foden's never had another manager.
No. So, but I guess he hasn't done it a lot.
Yeah. Well, Mourinho used to get beaten with that stick too, didn't he?
Yeah, well, they want to play players in their prime to win.
They want to win.
They want to win. Ferguson was the biggest
And Wenger was good at it too, I think.
Very good at it. And it's always exciting to see one of your youth academies.
It's the best.
You know, that's why I love Man United so much. We've always sort of had a youth star coming through.
Like you were upset at him last year, like Rashford, right?
Yeah.
But we forgive him because he's a youth.
Yeah, like I've called him Trashford.
Yeah, no, but when he scores,
I love him.
When he scored against Liverpool this year, it's the best. It's different when he scores.
That's why we're fickle, you know what I mean?
Of course, but all fans are fickle.
We're all fickle.
Yeah, all fans are fickle.
You know.
Bellingham might be better. Oh, that was the last one. Better in Italy, yeah. Listen, you know, the Serie A's coming up again, which is a good thing. They're getting some good players, Milan.
They're actually getting better, the league. It was pretty dead there for 4 or 5 years ago.
I reckon longer. It's been dead for a good 10 years, Serie A.
Yeah. Now it's starting to pick up a bit.
Like Juventus were doing good. They made a couple Champions League, but the rest of the league was shit.
It's like the Spanish league took a little bit of a hit.
It has, I reckon. I reckon it's like, I know, like again, Madrid won the Champions League.
Yeah.
But the rest of the league is shit.
Yeah, it's just
whereas England, 4 or 5 of them are fucking good.
You know when Ronaldo leaving the league,
Messi and Ronaldo at the same
time, Neymar leaving the league over time. It's had its toll.
What do you guys think of Giroud overtaking Henry as France's top goal scorer? Doesn't get the news though. Well, I asked this question before, Reeves. We'll sign off and I asked John this. I said, I never thought I'd ever say this. I said, but if you had the choice right now to have Giroud or Ronaldo, I said, I'd pick Giroud. And John agreed. So, listen, that's a great achievement that he took. Nowhere near the player Henry was, but he's beaten his record.
Yeah. Really flown under the radar.
Just does it.
He's never really the type of guy to take the big headlines, is he? No. Yeah.
And see, that's the thing I worry about England. The thing about him is...
Who's Giroud playing for right
now? He's at Milan. Milan as well, yeah.
So they get their old strikers there, Milan, don't they?
Ibrahimovic on the bench, but Giroud plays more. He's a bit younger.
Yeah.
But that's where he scares me against England. He can just get a goal out of... Because he's just in the box. He doesn't, he can't run. But he's just...
Well, that's another player we'll never see at a World Cup again, Ibrahimovic.
No, yeah, never.
No.
He tried to get them
He can't go to 40-something.
He's 42 already. 41. Giroud was the first name in my French World Cup squad, Rob reckon. Listen, he does so well for them.
Was that after Benzema's injury, though?
Well, he won it. They won the World Cup with him up front last time. Benzema didn't play.
Yeah, but this World Cup, if
I would have picked Benzema.
Benzema was fit, Benzema is playing.
Was there an argument to try to find a spot for both of them? But I don't know how.
So what?
Can Benzema sit deeper?
Play them both at the same time?
Yeah, like could he sit like number 10?
I don't think so.
If Griezmann's doing it, why can't Benzema do it?
Because you got Mbappe and Dembele. You know what I mean?
I still prefer Henry, but different players, Rob. Listen, that's what I said. That Giroud's not half the player Henry was.
You'd rather Henry.
Yeah, but
100%.
He's probably played more games as well. Like
he's a better player, no doubt.
It's like look like Reborn. Like you might say this bias, right? Like Kane is going to break Rooney's record in the next. He's got 1-2 goals to go. But I would have Rooney on my team sheet ahead of Kane 10 times out of 10. If you told me you can have Kane in his prime, Rooney in his prime, anyone that says Kane is a Tottenham fan or they're full of shit.
Rooney's a winner, man.
Kane's nowhere near him as a footballer. Like an actual footballer, there's nowhere near
even
him.
talking on the mentality side,
exactly.
He's just a true winner.
Rooney was at Kane's level at 18. And that's a fact.
Kane really started going at 22.
Yeah, later. And he still didn't get good to 26, like really good. Like
yeah.
Whereas Rooney had won 5 Premier Leagues by then.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we've given our insight. If anyone... I knew Chris was going to say, he said Kane's better than Rooney. That's ridiculous. If anyone else says it...
Chris doesn't know any other players in Tottenham.
If any one of the football people say that, I'll be upset. If any one of Rob or...
Who plays for Tottenham? Kane.
Yeah, if Rob or Reborn or anyone else says they would take Kane over Rooney, then I'll be worried. Chris is tripping, don't at me, said.
Chris is a tripper.
A question, how does Pepe for Portugal play a full game at 39 and Ronaldo on the bench, his attitude and not scoring at the moment?
Because Pepe has had his head down and concentrating on his game, not on himself.
That's right. Pepe was always he would just break you in half and didn't care about any...
That leap of goal, I have to say it again. Great goal by Pepe at 39.
Yeah.
Unbelievable header.
Oh, dude, that was crazy. It was free.
He's jumped like a Ronaldo would in his prime.
Oh, yeah, it was crazy.
Portuguese can jump.
Yeah, they're like salmon, these blokes. They're just out of nowhere.
Big salmon coming out of the water.
Oh, it was a good goal. What's been the best goal so far? I think it's Richarlison's, that one where he took a bad touch. And
I think Richarlison's in both his goals are in the top 3 at the moment.
Yeah, because the other one was a good team goal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Richarlison's was good. Listen, Pepe's was good.
It's always good seeing a bicycle kick like that.
Oh, it was a cracker goal. I'm trying to think.
We've had a couple good long ranges. I think in South Korea scored one. I think
against Brazil. That was a cracker.
That was a cracker.
Yeah, that was a cracker.
But there's been some really great place goals. I mean, Vinicius's chip, like he just got it.
That was nice.
Placed it. Yeah, and
I think it's Richarlison so far.
Even Leao's little.
Yeah, that was nice.
Last goal. Ronaldo's penalty.
Richarlison's was crazy. Ronaldo's penalty was amazing.
Ronaldo's penalty. He'll tell you it's the best goal.
I reckon Bruno's was better. It's like saying Taylor Walker is better than Charlie Dixon, Chris says.
He is.
Taylor Walker is. No one.
Taylor Walker scored more goals.
Listen, I'm not even a full on into it. No AFL person at the end of their careers will say Dixon was better than Walker.
No, not at all.
No. Walker, before Walker did his knee, they're comparing him to Franklin, bro. Like the way he was such a good kicker and he was silky. Dixon's the Mexican free kick. Rob is saying.
I remember.
I'm trying to remember all the goals now. I think for me it's the Richarlison, even though it was.
I'm not a big fan of I like free kicks.
What about Rashford's free kick? That was a cracker.
It was a cracker.
Even he went the other way and still got in. You shouldn't even score the way he scored. The keeper should have that covered, and he banged it.
I think Richarlison's got it.
Yeah, I think Richarlison so far. South Korea goal versus Brazil. That's what we said. We said that one.
Yeah, it was a cracker.
Tex Walker is miles ahead of Dixon, not even in the same league. Oh, he is.
Even Saudi's winner against Argentina, the contents of it as well.
That was a good goal.
The
way he cut in and just...
I was outside the 18-yard box.
Good. Oh, actually, that's right. Rob jogged my memory then. The Cameroon loop over the goalkeeper, Abu Bakar. Do you think he thought he was offside? That's why he did it? That's what they were saying.
He just fucked around.
He was like, yeah. And then that was a good goal.
It might have been because of his celebration.
Yeah, because
he sort of gave it away. It's like, yeah, whatever. He didn't really go hard on his celebration.
Lecky's goal, Jimmy's saying it's not a bad goal, the one that got us through.
Jimmy
but it was in the context. In the context, it was not bad.
Contents, yes. I love Jimmy. He's so patriotic, man. He's patriotic, man.
Listen, that's up there too. I forgot about that one. Now that Rob jogged memory, Abu Bakar as well. That was a good goal.
Yeah, that was class. But did he, like you said, did he just?
He might have, but in the end, he still
thought it was offside. So
I think he did, but he still did it.
In real time, it looked like it was offside.
Yeah, he did. He looked miles off.
Do you like Ronaldo scoring that offside goal when he knew he was miles offside, just to show people he could score a goal?
That was terrible. That was cringe.
It's so cringe.
That was cringe.
He's become...
we need more Port supporters in HFD, Chris says. No. Yeah, but the problem is we're
not hiring any.
The problem is that you guys are like Man City. You don't actually have any supporters.
Poor shit.
Poor Rob and Chris. Listen, I'll give tap my hat off to Rob, mate. He's a Man City's fan from...
Yeah, that's rare.
From way back.
All the Man City fans I know now are like after oil money.
Rob is like a Man City fan from the whole time I've known him. So way before oil money.
That's true. True fan right there. All right, man. Well, yeah, I've got England. You going France? No.
Brazil. I'm going Brazil. The Dutch team goal by Depay. That was a good goal too. Yeah, 20 part. That was good. The Dutch always do something.
That's true Dutch fashion, that one. Van Gaal, anyway.
Yeah. Our membership doesn't say that. Yeah, but Chris, do you know Port admitted to selling 30-day memberships and it got them up to like 60,000 members, but like 30 or something thousand with 30-day memberships, and they count them as members. They go, we're at 60,000 members. When
they also count their SNFL
exactly
trophies.
When technically that's not having 60,000 members, is it really? Like, I'm not even having a shot at Port, but that's technically not having. You're counting 30-day memberships.
Yeah,
please.
They'll clutch at anything, Port supporters.
Of course. And then he said, actually, Crows admitted that.
Oh, here we go.
Crows have always been renowned to have over 50,000 members.
Guys, remember to stick around next year for some crazy watch-alongs with the footy. They're going to be some fun times, especially if we can get a showdown.
We had one last year on the watch-along.
How good? That was probably the best game of the year.
It was the best. I never watched another Crows game after that.
I was watching you guys and I was just laughing in the chat.
Jimmy says we should put a tarp in the studio for the Port Power supporters.
Oh, Jimmy, that's gold.
Isn't it funny now?
Comment of the night.
Listen, I'll ask Chris, as a Port fan, does he hate that? Like, you know, now every time Port are going bad, like, so round 5 this year, they lost 5 in a row.
Yeah.
And the comment always comes out now, tarps are back at Port.
Bring out the tarps.
it's their thing now, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
They cough at Port blokes. Tarps was smart marketing, Chris says. Listen, guys, if you don't know, if you don't know, Chris was actually an Adelaide Crows fan.
He was.
John remembers him holding Crows scarf.
He had a Crows scarf in his room.
There you go.
He would never. He admitted it once. Actually, admitted it.
He did admit it.
So
Cal says, "Go Sydney Swans in 23."
You're our Sydney man.
We were tipping them to do good though at the start. We all tipped them to do good.
The thing about losing, like getting pumped in the grand final,
they could do a Crows now, couldn't they?
Yeah, it could send you down a downward spiral.
Because we got pumped and then we just had never been the same since.
I mean, look at the Bulldogs got pumped by Melbourne. They had a bad season after that. So Sydney got a good young youth team. I reckon they might make finals again.
Yeah, I think they will.
Yeah. But will they get to the grand final next year?
The difference is with them, like say to what happened to the Crows, is when we got pumped, we had all that shit behind the scenes going on. Pike ended up leaving, all that.
Yeah.
They've still got, what's his name, Horse as coach. They all respect him. And
yeah.
So
is Franklin still there?
I think he's going on a year, yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
He played all right last year.
Well, he got that fucking 1K goals, didn't he?
Yeah.
All right. Well, in saying that, guys, we've given our tips. Johnny's going for England. Chrissy, I believe, is going for England. I said Brazil. I think Rob said he's sticking with Portugal.
Portugal, a good shout.
They got a big shout.
They got Morocco now as well. They should beat Morocco.
And I'm saying, I said it. I ain't counting out any team that's got Messi.
Yeah,
that's all. Even they've probably been the worst out of all the teams, even Morocco.
But like you said, they could be building.
Exactly. Like you don't count out any team with them.
But looking forward to the World Cup, guys. It's going to be great.
It's going to be good.
Hopefully we can reconvene maybe with Rob as well. I
think after the World Cup we'll try to get everyone.
After the winner.
Yep. We try to get everyone. Maybe
it's going to cut close to Christmas though.
Yeah, but we might just do it. Might not be at the studio, but maybe at the studio. I don't know, but we'll do it.
Yeah.
We'll do something. See everyone's thoughts on it. And yeah, thanks everyone for coming. Don't at me, Reeves, Zakal, Rob,
Chris, Jimmy,
AP,
all your bads.
Jimmy. Everyone's been there. If anyone else is watching in the background, please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that. And yeah, we'll see you next time. So next week, I think it'll be Thursday night for Chris Kringle.
Yes.
So hopefully Jim can make it as well. And it'll be all 4 of us.
So we're going to bring the table back?
I think we're just going to stay like this.
Stay like this?
Yeah, and we're just going to eat like this, I guess.
I bought some. Who did I get last time? I got you or someone?
I think me.
No. I got someone.
Someone bought my brother Chris. I think Christopoulos got my brother Chris. I think I had you. You might have had Christopoulos.
Yeah.
I don't know who Chris, my brother, who did he get? I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
11 more days to go for the World Cup finals, Zakal says.
Yeah, looking forward to it, man.
Good night, everyone. Take care. See you on the next one. And he's put a picture of, he's done a high five and a sourdough picture. So, yeah, so next week, hopefully, like we said, Jimmy makes it. If Jimmy makes it, it'll be the four original HFD boys for a Chris Kringle on Thursday night. Guaranteed me, John, and Chris are going to be here. So, yeah, John's coming. He just asked. We just got to get confirmation from Jimmy T. If not, Krillin will probably sit in. But, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next one.
Peace.